You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
No more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not watching for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more rain, 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 no more rain. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no more rain. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more rain, more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
Laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest. It's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge. Hey, tell them Kamala say, PNM dead. Petrochem workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubble billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money. The end is here. Security. PNM dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Even the 1% say the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making. The DMO leaving. PNM dead. Condolences to the Balize. SIEP, no more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy. Two, health sector immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Four, every bike must have water. Five, roads smooth as six. Provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say PNM dead. Social media say the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say PNM dead. Tell them Arnold say PNM dead. Police, army and prison say the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hood ready. Read the red eulogy. PNM dead, dead, dead. Tell them Kamala say PNM dead. Some of the members say the party dead, dead, dead. When the CARICOM leaders hear what's up, seems like not one of them was in shock. Put them in one big box. PNM dead. Tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make investors not coming for the work. No more ice cream and cake. PNM dead, dead, dead. The red party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still lawlessness. One, UNC on a mission. Two, to correct the school system. Three, end poverty and clean up TNT. Four, speed up the housing process. Five, lower taxes. Six, revamp we energy. Bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamala say PNM dead. Petrochem workers say the party dead, dead, dead. Bubble billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money. The end is here. Security. PNM dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Even the 1% say the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making. The DMO leaving. PNM dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say PNM dead. Social media say the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say PNM dead. Tell them Arnold say PNM dead. Police, army and prison say the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hood ready. Read the red eulogy. PNM dead, dead, dead.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 influencers, and of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the village with yours truly, Professor Warshika and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, as soon as you get in, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, folks, we originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And just to know that we actually mean what we say, we put that in words to you, ladies and gentlemen. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, on this momentous occasion, momentous day, where finally, we get rid of the evil, wicked PNM. Yeah, we still figure the evil and wicked. Let me bring in my co-host, the man himself, the one and only, the incomparable Uncle Tommy. Tommy, how you going? There we go.
All's well, all's well, all's well. Good evening, good evening. It's a wonderful evening. It's E Day +1, so to speak.
Correct.
It's
Right.
a very important day. The planning starts today. I'm sure it started promptly as the day broke today. So it's a new era.
Yeah, new era. In rebuilding Trinidad and Tobago into making
Yes,
it back to what it
and
used to
there
be.
and there are a lot of lessons that were learned from what happened over the last 6 weeks heading up to yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was given someone sent me a 10 a 10 point explanation as to how we can describe what happened, which I'm going to read a little later if time permits.
No. I mean, you could read it now if you want.
Give me
In
a
other
second.
words,
I have to don my glasses and bring it up on my handset.
yeah, we could wait, man.
Yeah, these are special times, I have to say. But we expected it, because
Yeah,
after all the shenanigans that took place over the last 9.5 years, there's just no way that the people wouldn't have had their way. And the people
yeah.
have spoken, so the rest is history. Now it's time to rebuild.
hmm
Now it's time to rebuild.
They had their say and they had their way as well. You know what I mean?
hmm
Yeah. So
And
we are.
lesson 1 from Kamala Pasabi Sessa. If you have psychological and emotional resilience, you will win in spite of humiliation, betrayal, failure, mistakes, and aging. Lesson 2 from Gary Griffith. Being highly rated in one job doesn't necessarily translate into being highly rated in another. Know your lane or stay in your lane, so to speak. Lesson 3 from Akila Pandey. Success requires more than a good name. One must have a proven track record to back up a good name. Lesson 4 from Stuart Young. Leadership is not gifted, it's earned. Lesson 5 from Keith Rowley. It doesn't matter how loyal you perceive your people to be. If you push them too far, you lose them. Lesson 6 from the PNM. Sometimes losing is the best thing to happen to you. It provides the opportunities for introspection, clarity, and reset that winning never will. Lesson 7 from the UNC dissident. In spite of anger, disappointment, or bitterness, always consider the future, long-term implication of current decisions. Lesson 8 from Farley Augustine. You can punch above your weight and win. David can still defeat Goliath. Lesson 9 from the pop-up political parties. Ignoring reality is not a winning strategy, which is something that should be considered for years to come. Lessons from the UNC. There is such a thing as second chance. Make it count. And that's a lesson from the UNC. There's such a thing as a second chance. Make it count. That's the end of the 10-point lesson that was derived from yesterday's experience. So should I say for the full 6 weeks up until yesterday.
And lesson 11, never underestimate the power of a woman.
Absolutely.
Never underestimate the power of a woman. Don't women for granted.
I always say, when the European went to Africa and he discovered Christianity, it was woman, man, and child that was the focus of the teachings. The European co-opted it and made it Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So I would equate the Holy Spirit to be woman. You get me?
Say that again, Tommy. Say it again.
It was father, mother, and child.
Okay.
That was the backbone of the teachings.
Father, mother, and child.
Right.
Okay.
It was changed to mother. No, it was changed to Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or Holy Ghost.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they didn't say Holy Spirit, they say Holy Ghost. So the Holy Ghost is actually the woman.
Okay.
Which gives her prominence, serious prominence.
Mm-hmm.
Her spirit is beyond.
Mm-hmm.
It's no mistake why we get such great results from.
Caller, hold on, caller. Go ahead, Tommy.
It's no mistake why we get such great results from Barbadian Prime Minister.
Mm.
It's no mistake.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you have it. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Hansen. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening, all callers on the line. Happy somebody here on this blessed Tuesday. Yeah, Mr. Tommy, you're so correct. Women, if you look at back in the day, the historic times, you used to see women was the one who used to take care of the men on the battlefield when they was wounded. Women was the one who used to deliver the babies.
Mm-hmm.
Women is the one who used to feed the soldiers. Women used to be out on the battlefield with the soldiers, taking care of them and preparing them for war. So women has always played an important role in history.
The most important, because all life comes through a woman.
Exactly.
All human life.
And Mr. Hansen gets some brownie points because you say a great woman is so your wife now. So you look for other brownie points because
behind every great man there's a greater woman.
You know, Mr. Florida, I don't think she heard my soliloquy last night when I congratulate her and tell her thank you so much for standing by me, because in the previous regime she stood by me too, and she was trying to tell me all kind of things, and I didn't want to listen. I was hardened, and I didn't listen. And this wrong, I say, well, I'm listening, and by listening, it ended up with a different end result.
Exactly. You let me tell you something. She don't want your wife don't want to hear no thanks in her. She want monetary value.
Well.
So try and go in the jewel shop and look for something. You know what I mean? Because she supported you. But the late nights when they had to do videos, the late night when they're doing your editorial and you're making your videos and all that late night, she's been supporting you. So something monetary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
and they had to present it with she in a yellow jersey.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, agree with that, Mr. Tommy?
100%.
Yeah, exactly. But Mr. Tommy, I like that 10 points we bring me, but you know what is one of the greatest points to forget? The reason why this PNM, the main reason why this PNM loses election, and they're still checking on it, I feel PNM lose more seats than what they have here. You know? They wipe out and evaporated the middle class.
Yeah.
By the way, those 10 points were forwarded to me from Rock.
Yeah, Aisha sent me the same. Aisha sent me the same 10 points too. Sent this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people, the work now start, and let me get cracking, and let me get rid of these distractions right now. You know what the PNM camp saying? Adrian, I told you so, I tell you that. Nah, you didn't listen, I tell you that. We didn't want it, stay strong, and I tell you that. Serious in the camp right now. Look on this there.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about it is this, instead of they run the campaign based on the facts, they want to run the campaign based on how Kamala Persad look. You understand? All things that had nothing to do with whether she could run the government of Trinidad and Tobago. You see? So they was focusing on, former Prime Minister Stuart Young. The 10 points were posted by Gladstone Coffee. Somebody just said that. Dane Khan says the 10 points were posted by Gladstone Coffee. Tommy, you know something? Think about this, Kamala Persad Besessa and the UNC totally outfoxed the PNM. Totally. Since last year, them was working in St. Joseph. Last year, they didn't start when the election bell ring, Last year, 2 years ago, they started to work with the OWTU and the unions. 2 years ago. You don't tell me that is foresight.
Wisdom. It's wisdom.
So when they was talking all kind of thing, and a PNM activist, I ain't finished cut the video yet because she cussed plenty in that video. So I was a cut out the cussing. A PNM activist, right? Talk one thing when she was in Balize house, and when she get out Balize house, she sing a different song. Right? As a matter of fact, let me see. I think I have that here. Let me see. I think I have that one. Let me see if I have that one. Let me see this one here. Oh, here it is. Take a listen to this.
First came worried faces, then sad looks. Disappointment, shock, and uncontrollable tears followed. This was the scene at the People's National Movement, PNM, headquarters at Balisier House, Port of Spain, last night. Supporters, who had gathered in anticipation of a general election win for the party, were left heartbroken after a crushing defeat to the United National Congress, UNC. After 6 weeks of intense campaigning leading up to yesterday's nail-biting counting of votes, the outcome was too much to bear for the hundreds who had converged on Tranquility Street. As PNM leader Dr. Keith Rowley conceded defeat around 10:15 p.m., Prime Minister Stuart Young was quickly surrounded by party faithful. They embraced him, many with teary eyes. Addressing the media, Dr. Rowley said, "It appears the PNM will end up with an opposition in the order of 10 to 12 seats. We are here for you," one woman shouted. Trying to keep a brave face, Young responded with determination. "PNM people, we are going to rebuild and come back stronger. I will fight hard for this country and you. Get ready." "Stewarty, Stewarty, Stewarty," the crowd chanted in unison, trying to spur him on. Running toward Young with her arms outstretched, PNM stalwart Melba Boxhill from Mount Lambert told him she was heartbroken and sad.
Yeah, that PNM activist, Tommy, right? She was sad for Stuart Young, right?
Heartbroken too.
Heartbroken. But you know, she do a live right after that, saying that Stuart Young had to go. You said them as hypocrites. She in Balize house, she say one thing. She leave Balize house, different story. She heartbroken for him in Balize house. Once she gone out Balize house, he had to go. Look, see all of them? All of them had to go just like the PNM. All of them. All. Who said that again when they was closing down Petrochin? Espinade. There we go.
"I'm so sorry," she said, wrapping her arms around him. Her words touched those around. Young hugged Boxhill to cheer her up, but she was already in tears.
Yeah?
"You did not deserve this. I'm so disappointed," she cried as Young walked away with dejected supporters trailing behind him. "I am angry. This should not have happened. They put Stuart in the lion's mouth," Boxhill added. Earlier, before Rowley had conceded, Boxhill described the election results as a close call. She paced the floor restlessly, sensing trouble. You could feel it on the ground. A lot of youths say they were not voting. The PNM did not come down to the people on the ground. They were neglected. Nothing trickled down to them, she explained. Boxhill also pointed fingers at Dr. Rowley for the loss. "Let us deal with it straight up. He leaves too much of a burden on Stuart Young and the rest of the PNM. Even if the PNM wins by 1 seat, he is still to be blamed." By this time, some supporters were wiping tears from their faces, consoled by family and friends as they left Balisier House. Looking on in disbelief, one supporter said, "We are strong like the Balisier. We went through many battles. Some we lost and won. I want to see Kamala deliver on all those promises she made on the election campaign." Another shouted, "I predict the UNC will not last 5 years. PNM will come back in power." "You mark my words." Throughout the night, the mood at headquarters was neither upbeat nor celebratory. Supporters dressed in red huddled in small groups, quietly discussing what had gone wrong. Coolers with drinks and containers of food that had been brought in had to be hastily taken out. Vendors who had lined the pavement with food and snacks made little to no sales. A huge stage that had been built for Young to deliver a victory speech was never used. Banners bearing the photographs of the 41 PNM candidates fluttered in the breeze. It was a short election campaign, but a long, painful night for PNM supporters who never expected an outcome that would leave them in such utter shock. They will then state, "Hey, this is something that we procured at Sissi."
There you have it, folks. There you have it.
Yep.
If I got a chance, I'll go play the Boxer audio. She did her live, and she cussed Rowley. She cussed Stuart Young. Yeah, I think them easy. They ain't easy, you know. KFC, welcome. KFC. KFC inside.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washer Uncle Tony, man.
What's
What
up?
a wonderful job.
Yep.
Yep, K.
UNC family for becoming election from this nasty PNM government.
Yeah.
You see that woman boxer? She jumping from castle to castle. Them love separation.
Love it. They
Something wrong
love
with
it.
them.
They love it. Yep.
Them love it.
Mhm.
Thank God I don't do the nonsense, Mr. Washit. Mr. That with my MP Vanna Monet. Repeat, which is so bad for Sapien. Put me in a political cemetery, everything.
Yeah, they call him Richie Soccer, you know why?
Mr. Washit.
Yeah.
We are set up a just come on. You
Yeah.
can watch it program. You can educate using the express corridor. That's Berlin, very rolly and short, and I want to get you. To educate the black brothers and sisters down there.
Yeah.
Nasty PNM. I ain't going to Joseph party and with them.
They're in sorrow, boy. The weeping is weeping time for them, you know. They're weeping, boy. They're under the red blanket and they're weeping, boy. They're weeping.
I leave it last time when I hear quarters. I cried on me, but I had the result. I said, gosh, we out as PNM mental slavery.
Correct is right. Correct is right. We out of that slavery, boy.
Everybody wins.
Everybody
all
wins.
creed and race.
Yep. Correct
The
is right.
fighting boxer, you get rid of the pension.
Yeah. You know, Tommy, the real good, you know. She do her live and she say, all right, I'm waiting for Kamala to raise my pension now. Tommy, you see how them wicked and evil, deceitful, disingenuous, boy? And deceitful? All 10 years, your party in power, you ain't called for them to raise pension. But as soon as the UNC come in power, you making a live and waiting to see if Kamala go raise my pension. Raise your pension? Boy, they have a special place for you. It's close to the savannah, somewhere up there. Yeah? Close to the savannah. Let them go up close. What is that place again, Tommy? Close up by the savannah up there? Up by Hilton side up there? Where that place is?
St. Anne's.
What is it called again?
St. Anne's.
What you have up there?
I'm not house.
Wait, Tommy, you're saying them should be, yeah, them, all of them, all your 9 years, all your suffer, 10 years, all your suffer, we telling all you, right? And I want to say to those, Tommy, who actually decided that they're not going to suffer no more under Rowley and Young Stewart. They ain't going to suffer no more. And they decide, you know what, boy? During 2010, 2015, we wasn't suffering under the UNC. We wasn't suffering. Yeah? At least we gained, we wasn't gaining scrums. Because under this PNM government, all them was gaining scrums, you know. Or you got CPEC work too. You got CPEC work. And scrums. Yeah? But Kamala Persad kept saying on the platform, when UNC win, everybody wins.
PNM and all.
PNM and all. And Box. What is your name again? Boxel. Right? You PNM till you're dead. Right? Kamala Persad go come and rescue all you too. Rescue all you. But Tommy, I was wondering, I wanted to ask you something.
Ask me.
You think I should take the name out of Lavantel out of the Lavantel to Wall Street Empowerment Center and just call it the Wall Street Empowerment Center? I don't know. What do you think?
Trinbago to Wall Street.
So you agreeing with me I should take it out?
Yeah, just give it Trinbago to Wall Street.
Nah. I want to hear from the audience. So, folks, I'm asking a question. We know that we go get it done under the UNC, eh? We know we go get it done. Should I remove the Lavantel from the Laventel to Wall Street Empowerment Center, I'm asking, should I do it? Should I remove the evil, wicked, deceitful, disingenuous, discredited PNM party? Didn't want to support the little black youth, right? And they mashed down the building like chili baby at the corner of Duncan Street and Independence Square. Hey, Ulrich, go and take a picture of that for me again, please. Go and take a picture of that building. Just give me building with just the land there, Tommy. Just the land alone. Eh? PNM like black people? Them like black people? Look, boy, I so glad. And let me tell you this, Foster Goins. Is Foster Goins?
That's how you treat your friend?
Eh?
That's how you treat a friend?
No, but that is not your name, Foster Goins.
But it's your friend. You're supposed to know his name.
My friend. My wife used to tell me, you see, I didn't used to listen. I was hardened. You know when you're going up in Chumakak, you're hardened. You know about that, right? Nah, Tommy, you don't know about that. You ain't grow up nothing about hardened.
Nah, I ain't grew up in Chumakak.
Nah, you don't know nothing about hardened. Growing up in Chumakak, they used to say, boy, you're hardened, eh? You don't listen. Eh? I hardened and I listen. My wife was telling me, she says, Slim, watch them fellas. I could tell all you now. Let me tell all you. I could tell all you now. That same Foster Goins, right? When he come up in this country, I used to go pick him up in the airport, crying by his family in Brooklyn, leaving all Jersey, you know. All kind of thing. Anyway, let me leave it there. You understand? Them don't like their own. They don't like their own. You see what I'm telling you? Paro? Right? They don't like their own. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
So my name, the program, yes, my suggestion, you call it the Liberation Youth Development Center.
I'd put Wall Street in it.
But you could put it the Wall Street Development Liberation Youth Center. Anyone?
Yeah, all right. So I take your name.
Well, I like that. Let's tweak that name.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Youth
Liberation.
Youth Liberation and Empowerment Center.
Yeah. All I take your names. Give me names. Send the names to me. Yeah, because the evil, wicked, deceitful, disingenuous PNM, they didn't want that. You understand? They didn't want that.
If you get just land, you will build a center.
Yeah, of course. You understand? But you know, Tommy boy, I have some friends, and boy, boy, Tommy, I went to sleep 2 a.m. this morning. 2 a.m. You know how long? I can't remember the last time I went to sleep 2 a.m. in the morning. I ain't like,
So you bleached.
Boy, 2 a.m. in the morning. And boy, that one felt so. And Tommy, I still get up and went around 4 miles, you know.
You have a design for your center?
Of course. I had it from Laventel to Wall Street logo and everything already. We had a depiction of okay, let me show it here. We had a depiction of that. Let me show you. We all right, folks, they kick us out, but that's all right.
I'm a good engineer.
Hold on, look at here. Watch. Oh, let's see that on the screen. And the logo on it, FLTWSF, from Laventel to Wall Street Scholarship Foundation, Empowerment Center. Oh, let's see, that's an artist rendition that the evil, wicked, deceitful PNM didn't want for poor black disadvantaged youth in Laventille and environs. They didn't want that. And look the proposal here. Look. That is the proposal. You see it? Acquisition of Duncan Street building for the Laventille to Wall Street requested the government of Trinidad and Tobago from Laventille to Wall Street Scholarship Foundation. Oh, you see it? That went to Prime Minister Rowley. That ain't go to no second person. Ain't go to Phil Gerald Hines. Ain't go to Marvin Gonzalez or Colin Booth. It went straight to the Prime Minister. And all go tell me he care about black people. He care about black people. Look how nice the building look. A nice structure.
Notwithstanding the amount of resources you expended on that same Prime Minister.
Well, that's the next story. Correct is right, Tommy. You're very correct. You're absolutely correct. Yeah? And the thing about it is that, but you know what, Tommy? It good, eh? I'm happy. I'm happy that they did what they did because it helped a lot of people to open their eyes. And see that the PNM is not for them.
Right.
They're not for them. You
at
understand?
least that PNM.
Well, who will come next? Who will come next? Who's next? You see all of them inside of there? All of them? All of them? All of them. Every single one of them had to go on the bench and sit down for about a decade. That is sit down for a decade because them encourage what happened. Them is enablers. All of them. Yeah, but enough of them. Enough of them. Let me go to the chat. Enough of them. Enough of them. Let me go to the chat. Enough of them. So, folks, what we want to say to the people is that we have a new dispensation, and folks, let me tell all you ahead of time, eh? Be patient, eh? Be patient, right? Don't rush the brush. We have to. Yes, Tommy. Yeah, we have to be patient. But you know, go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, because they had to clean shop first.
We had to clean up the shop. And all you know, them PNM and them waiting with bated breath. Eh? So we here at WZYE gonna continue to be vigilant with respect to the PNM. Because it's now all of them coming out of the red hole. All of them. You understand? All of them coming out of the red hole, and they go come with all kind of thing. Right? Because the propaganda machine in Balize house. That one, I tell you, I see it for myself. The propaganda machine in Balize house go be in full force now. But for me, they're supposed to have a general council meeting on Wednesday here, you know. A little red booty tell me.
No, that's what his name said last night.
Oh, he said that too?
Yeah.
Oh. But Tommy, I wonder what your friend Aisha Wells, where she is?
I should be asking you.
What you gonna be asking me?
She said she sent you a text this morning. She didn't send me anything.
No, I text with the 10 thing. The 10 thing.
Oh, you should have text back and ask her what's her scene.
I don't know. I want to know. Oh, anybody seen Aisha Wells? Tommy, I thought she used to ring up your phone, man. What is that one?
No, she don't call me.
Wait, you want to tell who is that right? You know? All right.
No.
No? All right.
Aisha Wells don't call me.
Okay. All right. Okay, maybe she called KFC. KFC, welcome.
Hey, Uncle Tommy and Mr. Wall Street.
Eh?
I sure as in the political cemetery.
Oh God! Nah, KFC, you pushing it political cemetery?
She and Pastor Google and Sean Felix and nasty, wicked PNM.
Mm.
Mr. Washit,
Yeah.
I want to tell you congratulations to your Uncle Tommy,
Mm.
Tunji, Brooklyn, all the activists
Mm.
who are fighting the fight for the last 9 years.
Yeah, man.
You get this evil, wicked PNM.
Mm-hmm.
Must have good night to the boss lady behind the back with the Honorable Kamala Sasa, the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. When UNC win,
Everybody win.
win.
He wins.
Bless.
Don't fight.
Sorry, KFC. Anderson call back. But look how long Anderson in call we. Tommy, you know how long Anderson in call we?
He was just holding out until
Holding out for
Judgment
what?
Day. He was holding out until Judgment Day.
What were you holding out for?
Well,
Look how,
at least he remembers
look how long we need Anderson. Oh, wait now. I call Anderson by mistake, you know. All right. Anyway, I go call him. Let me let the phone ring anyway. Anderson
Mr.
Wilson.
Walsh,
Welcome to WZYU.
yeah,
Anderson Wilson. We ain't hear from you like in 6 months, man. Where you been?
but it seemed like alive because showing through the phone, I said, but Wall Street and Uncle Tommy them on.
Eh. But I just send you the thing every time.
I know, but it was so hectic. Sometimes when the honorable coming up and service says in Moga and Moga.
Eh.
And sometimes when you all send me the program,
Eh.
I know you and see meeting.
Eh.
So some of them had travel to because the Kakada never did. The little Kakada with the person gave me in my pocket never did because I'm not one of them influencers who was getting it 10 and 20,000 like a niece of mine.
Mm.
And they must hoity.
Mm.
Yeah, she used to get her. Yeah, you and she together.
Eh.
But I got a source money and I will go to every political meeting. And I want to say there's only 2 flags they didn't take down in Lavantil.
Mm.
One was mine.
Mm.
Yeah, and one was Clifton.
Eh.
So in Lavantil mean they were red and ready. When they say red and responsible, yeah, responsible for closing down construction. Responsible for 100 million missing in fake oil. They were also responsible for closing down the children hospital. Them are also responsible because they were and responsible for taking away the laptop from the children and them. They were also responsible for creating a eroded environment whereby our domestic drains, canals, even the industrial canals, had not been cast, dug, or even been treated with. We had never had the road repaved in a much years. We seem like we always have to demonstrate for something that responsible to for having the beaten citizens smelling that sewer water, especially between phase 2 and phase 1. So they are also responsible too for the most home invasion, the most rapes, the most
highest murder rate.
homeless people. When we talk about the list of literacy, emotion that they're also responsible too for the lack of beds in the hospital. People, untimely surgeries, untimely they're also responsible too for closing down dialysis. We have to go and pay for now. You know about coming up with Sadie sister. My sister is a dialysis patient which ordered her soul. I died some years now because Fisher Alliance I took away that the dialysis program. So my sister had to pay for dialysis. But God was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody can be called Anderson Wilson saying, when Fitzgerald, when I go to high court with you, you will be going as a normal civilian.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Right. So I want to thank Senior Counsel Tekral Singh,
Mm.
one of the senior counsel in the UNC.
Mm.
I can't use the language he had used, but he
Yeah.
said, Anderson, this is so and so shoppiness.
Mm.
How you can get your papers to go to court without yet? Yeah, I'm doing a case free of charge.
Mm.
He said on BS.
Mm.
The person gave me that papers long time.
Oh.
So I know what's coming up the election, so nobody don't want to see going to court with someone from his constituency.
Mm.
Yeah. So I always used to tell you, visualize. When I go in the court, you'll be a normal civilian. You see that person used to walk with you with the two tight pants and walk inside of you, it's going to be me and you alone. Yeah. I could show him my middle finger.
Oh,
I
God.
could spit on myself, spit on you too, and tell you judge you spit on me. It's going to be me and you alone, eyes. I could push you down the steps and only get charged assault or fighting, which is a bearable offense, which you can sign for yourself and come out. So I could push you down the step, Heinz. I'm going to say, Heinz, if a lot of Heinz there, that man and Heinz, Kizzy Heinz, they are my neighbors. They live in the same street as me. I'm talking about Fitzgerald Heinz, the former minister of really
Insecurity. Anderson.
I tell only what Heinz used to do.
Mm.
I tell only what Heinz used to do. This is a program which got to hear the truth
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth. And in my book, I will call her Fitzgerald Heinz a political raper man, a political piper. And my Twiggies tell me, Twiggy say, not my words, Twiggy words.
Mm.
She said, Anderson, you know, Heinz is a piper, a caucus. She Heinz will be in Sharpard smoking black. Now, for people who don't know what is black, I from the labas, I from the ghetto. Black is cocaine mixed with marijuana or the shake off. The leaves of the marijuana. And you visualize is alleged he is a piper. It also alleged that you smoke black. Yeah. You have a woman in Sharpard Court is
All right,
also
Anderson,
alleged.
leave it there.
It
Anderson,
also
leave it
alleged.
there. Anderson, leave it there. Leave it
I
there.
leaving it there. It also alleged.
Yeah.
You know, shelling cash, you visualize. Eh? Eh? You know, Tashel, they say she has AIDS. She from in Kashit in Belmont. It's alleged. Tashel is the woman.
All right, Anderson. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm a good night, boy.
Yeah, man.
I'm listening.
Bless. Oh, God.
Okay, Anderson.
All opinions and views expressed by the program participants, including those on social media, are solely their opinions and views and do not reflect the opinions and views of WZYE management and staff.
Bring out the disclaimer. Oh, God. Anderson does bring it up. Anderson does bring out the best in it. So, folks, I want you guys to listen to something. It go on. All right. So I want you guys to listen to this. Take a listen to this.
And Tobago have spoken, and their collective voices have loudly signaled a desire for change following the 2025 general elections as the United National Congress has been re-elected to government. Prime Minister-elect Senior Counsel Kamala Persad Bissessa dedicated her victory to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, including senior citizens and public servants. She noted that the people of Trinidad and Tobago who have toiled and kept the faith deserved better.
This victory is to reopen the Children's Hospital. This victory is to reopen Petrotrin. This victory is to once again give laptops to our children. This victory is to create over 50,000 jobs. And so, the victory is yours.
She said the UNC has fought a clean campaign focused on policies, plans, and programs after years of listening to citizens and taking note of their wants, needs, hopes, and desires.
It is now that the real work starts. From day one, we'll be focused on delivering on our promises, working to make every citizen's life better, brighter, more prosperous. I give you the assurance tonight that no one will be left behind. No one will be left behind. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
According to Mrs. Prasad Bisessa, the UNC will be with all of Trinidad and Tobago each step of the way over the next 5 years and beyond.
You have an elected people-centered government for the people, by the people, and with the people. So permit me again to say thank you. Thank you. Let us rejoice and celebrate this day in our history. This has been a tremendous blessing. And once again, I thank you, Trinidad and Tobago.
During her celebratory speech, Mrs. Prasad Bisessa thanked every UNC candidate and the candidates of the coalition of interest for their extremely hard work. Jason John, TTT News.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You see? To fulfill the promises. And Tommy, I want to say to the people, we have some things in store for the new Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
All right? We're going to be creating some first. All you know, we always say we originate, we don't imitate. Right? So let's stay tuned, eh? Stay tuned. And folks, don't forget, like, share the live, subscribe to WZYE TV on YouTube. Because we originate, we don't imitate, and we just put out a lot of videos, give you a lot of information. When you're coming here, we are about information. Eh? We are about information. Mr. Karanaj, welcome. You have 2 minutes before the top of the hour. Go ahead.
Same to you.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I like a job well done by the UNC. Congratulations to you guys too. You all has transformed into one of the best network and social media. As I see your views, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
To show you, how persistence and hard work pay off. You understand?
Correct is right.
I remember the days when there was sending Pekong. You have 2 views and then please, and I like, wait them today. I would think it's 2 minutes for you for back after the break. Wait them today.
Yeah, with them today. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tommy. They used to give you all kind of Pekong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they only had 2 views, 3 views. But I tell them, Tommy,
the race is not for the swiftest.
The race is not for the swiftest, Tommy. And you see discipline, Tommy. You have to have discipline. And Tommy, think about it. Kamla Prasad Bisessa was born on April 22nd.
Yep, and I'm into numerology. 22nd is the highest of the master numbers. There are 2 master numbers, 11 and 22.
Correct.
And 22 is the higher master number. That gives her superior skills.
Tommy, and I am April the 20th.
Right.
And I ain't lying, when I found out she was April the 22nd, I said, wait, you could see the type of discipline and all the kind of innuendos and distractions and things, right? She's a person, so it does get to you at times, but it just gets to you for a short period, and then you keep it moving. So, folks, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And when we come back, I'd like you guys to put in the chat and call and tell us how you feel on April the 28th at approximately 10 p.m. when the PNM with the political leader, not the prime minister, came to the people and tell them that they are no longer the ruling government in Trinidad and Tobago. And we have a new ruling government. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. And we're going to get to the people in the chat. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
No more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no more rain, no left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more rain, 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 no left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
Laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest. It's a ledge, it's a ledge, is history. Me and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, me and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. Me and them dead. Condolences to the Balize. SIEP, no more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy, two, health sector, immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Oh, every bite must have water. 5, roads smooth as 6, provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them Kamala say, we and them dead. Some of the members say, the party dead, dead, dead. When the carrot come leaders hear what's up. Seems like not one of them was in shock. Put them in one big box. Be and them dead. Tell them Munilal say, be and them dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say, the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make. Investors not coming for the work. No more ice cream and cake. Be and them dead, dead, dead. The red party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still all less. 1, UNC on a mission. 2, to correct the school system. 3, end poverty and clean up TNT. 4, speed up the housing process. 5, lower taxes. 6, revamp we energy. Bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamala say, be and them dead. Petrochin workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubba billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is history. We and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket goes on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead.
Political cemetery. It's not for people like you and me. It is for all them politicians. And I dig in the grave, no fuck with me hand. I find some of them, they living too long. And every 5 years, it's the same old song. Some of them dead, just shame to lie down. So I prepare for them a burial ground. Rowley, my first grave for he. The joy in my heart, put him down with me. All of them useless politicians, only making up numbers in my island. Al-Rari, I refuse body. I leave them Muslim, them to deal with it. Big smile on my face, I'm with me bare hand. It's time to move trash from out of this land. But I taking my time with he. I personally will prepare his body. Make sure he have a sardonic grin on his face. That's all he does do. That man is a waste. Bury him in the back of my cemetery. Turn he upside down. He face I can see. Look for the strongest grave digger to cover he. Not with the hand, put good fork on him. Gypsy, political grasshopper. I may feel little pity cause he's my brother. But like Tarzan, and he's swinging from vine to vine. It's time I help you to make up your mind. Fitzgerald, Rasta City, I know they go glad to get the body. Resi and be tam down for all to see. Drink 2 beers and watch Coco get happy. I don't care all who go vex with me, but Kamala I not ready to bury. She is a strong, determined woman like me, and deserve a chance to run this country. When she in power, I don't go hungry. And Calypsonian does get big money. She don't deserve no spot in my cemetery. I putting she in the center of the city. Paula, you too damn lazy. You sit on a throne, my woman die daily. You deserve a nice spot in my cemetery. All you do is just collect big salary. Regis, you disappoint me with your racial tongue. You like you can see. Your baba does trim you with weed. But I taking my time with he. I personally will prepare his body. Make sure he have a sardonic grin on his face. That's all he does do. That man is a waste. Bury he in the back of my cemetery. Turn he upside down. He face I can see. Look for the strongest grave digger to cover he. Not with the hand, put good fork on him. Gypsy, political grasshopper. I may feel a little pity cause he's my brother. But like Tarzan, he's swinging from vine to vine. It's time I help you to make up your mind. Fitzgerald, Rasta City, I know they go glad to get the body. Resi and be tam down for all to see. Drink 2 beers and watch Coco get happy. I don't care all who go vex with me, but Kamala I not ready to bury. She is a strong, determined woman like me, and deserve a chance to run this country. When she in power, I don't go hungry. And Calypsonian does get big money. She don't deserve no spot in my cemetery. I putting she in the center of the city. Paula, you too damn lazy. You sit on a throne, my woman die daily. You deserve a nice spot in my cemetery. All you do is just collect big salary. Regis, you disappoint me with your racial tongue. You like you can see. Your baba does trim you with weed waka. All day, all you do is Sushila. Fally boy, you is a boss. I celebrate with you when PNM lost. One day you must come, but we gonna knock a glass, make myself happy. I yardy that what you is to me. A grassroots man, stand up for country. I will stand by your side and watch you at work. But if you falter, you're going to get fucked. Watson, what is wrong with you? I thought you and Fally would have stick like you. Boy, shake the man hand and tighten that spade before PNM come back and win that race. Shamfa, one twist sacrifice. Yet every week she have new weave, man, she live at night. You and the Pol Pot man resemble and strong. I come seated bread and you like a tongue.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYU 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYU 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYU TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And as Wall Street says, share the live. Tell a friend, tell your friends to tell your friends. We're here for you.
Here we go. Bitcoin, welcome. Bitcoin. Be inside. Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Wall Street, you know, when Donald Trump, right, had won the elections in America, after everybody counted out, he said that was one of the best, or they say that was one of the best turnaround in somebody like to become a president, you know. But I think Kamala Prasad do twice as better than he.
Yes, she did.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because she get licked twice after that.
Yeah.
And that woman come back. After everybody kicked she down. They trample all over the woman. They wipe their foot on the woman.
Yeah.
All kind of detractors. She had people inside, outside, kicking she, crossing she, betraying she. All these things happened to this woman. And that woman turned around. Calm as ever, you know. She never said nothing bad. And she turned around this whole thing to become prime minister of this country for a second time.
Correct.
I think when you see she write a book, she should start writing a book on she life as a politician. And when she write that book and launch it, keep Rowley, whether he write from what, Mason Hall to Whitehall, it look like a comic strip compared to when she finished with that.
Hey, Bitcoin, before you go.
Yeah.
He write that book after he heard about from Lavantil to Wall Street, you know. you get that after he heard from Lavantil to Wall Street. That when he write the book. Yeah, man.
That's a comic book you write. Yeah, and if you were listening to Heavy on TC show today, they were bringing something factual. We was watching all of these numbers come out from these different constituencies, right? On we see none from Port of Spain, none from Diego Martin, none from none of the Lavantils, none of the PNM areas. We see none of the results there, none of the votes or about nothing like that. Correct. I asked myself where those figures went. Who was responsible for releasing these things, and why did we not see that? We only see them in the UNC area. Is it Foster Cummins was releasing those things? Because he says so on our platform, you know, that he was releasing the votes for the UNC before the PNM one come out. And this is why I tell all the fellas, that's it. This lady called Fernasa Scope is a square peg in a wrong hole. She come like Erla. Erla was 12 in the list, whoever, and then put she as commissioner of police. You see what she do? So the same thing this lady doing in that EVC day. She knows nothing about that job. She have it running upside down, I tell you. Because you see no kind of discrepancy. People coming from 20 years later who dead, and they polling can't show up. All them things should have cleaned out already. You did for 10 years now. And you can't clean up the EVC, have it running efficiently. And they must answer these questions. Why it is we was not seeing any of the voting patterns from these East-West corridor, especially PPNM Stronghold area. Up to now, me know how much vote Philip get. I know how much vote all of the other people from the COP or the UNC people who lose
Pep.
those areas. Pep, all of these people. And it's about 13 or 14 of them seats was down there. And it's seen it turn over to the PNM. It's only God know how much votes I'm getting. We in some normal see young girl. He saying he really see.
Nah.
But already had a pin down his chest, and he's so wicked. Before the man, when you can see last night, before happy congratulations to the new prime minister. He had nothing to say. That will tell you what kind of person this man is. He and Stuart Young is a twin-headed Siamese twin. They're the same body together, joint continental twins. You understand? He both of them because they think the same and they operate the same way. But congratulations to the prime minister. I see she getting plenty of now because all the PNM people who was quiet over the last 10 years when they was asking their government what is happening with this and that. They asking she where they doing this or when they doing that. See when the union man done jump out already from I think is the police he tension to keep you warm with the election promise. You want instead signing a prime minister yet or attorney general to in office yet, but you already picking up your mouth already Gideon Dixon. You wasn't saying so nothing like that for the last time. All they get political they had political silence on them or they had masking people on them out. The tape roll up them out and they can talk, right? All of a sudden they find a voice. I tell you, if the judging thing with microscope and telescope, she could get it well tough here around this country, you know, because all of them who was quiet, they finally found them out now and they could talk. It's America, these are touch them and they could talk. How about the night, Mr.
Bless.
Yeah, what we have to do is make sure we keep things balanced. We in the media. I know the fourth estate in Trinidad is a PNM party group. So
Miss Santa Cruz, welcome. Hold on, Tommy. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome.
Good night, Professor
Good night,
and
Miss
Uncle
Santa
Tommy,
Cruz. How you
and to
going?
everybody out there. I'm okay. I'm happy, and I'm sure you are happy too. You are happy.
Okay, man. Yeah, man.
Professor, I want to thank you and Uncle Tommy for the part that you all played in bringing this victory to the UNC. I know a lot of people are not going to like me for saying that, but I didn't come here for anybody to like me. Here, the facts are the facts. It was a bruising election. It was a bruising. It was short, but it was bruising. And the thing about it is, if you were not you and TC and them and the ground report crew and all of us, myself included, we were not bringing facts to the people. They would have believed the lies of the PNM, the gospel of the PNM. Yes, and we could not have allowed that. And I thank you all for doing that. And I also want to thank the people for coming out and making it too big to rig. It showed the EBC, yes. It showed the EBC the power of the people. And never mind I don't know where these people getting this figure from, that 800,000 people didn't vote, that we have electorate of 1.1 million or something so. But what they fail to realize, out of that 1.4 million, how many people we have in this country? Not about 1.3 million, 4 million. Out of that, there are a lot of underage people. There are a lot of people, because of their religious persuasion, they don't vote. So you can't come and say, think about that 800,000 people didn't vote. PNM propaganda again.
But Miss Santa Cruz,
and
if they didn't vote, the UNC win 8 more seats. So what they talking about? They win 7 more seats.
Yes, all how they took, let me say to the right winner, they took the seats away from the PNM. They were so comfortable. Look at the videos that we saw what Paul Gopi School was doing in Maruga.
Correct.
And then she went on the defensive. She went on the defensive when they interviewed her. Oh, it's UNC people doing that. We saw you, we heard you.
No, that was her number plus the SUV's her number plate, you know. It's her number plate, you know. So, an important person sent that to me. They say, Wall Street, look the number plate with the registration for Paula Gopi School.
Yes.
And the same SUV.
Tahaka was the next one. But you know, I feel very ashamed for Tahaka. Tahaka left the UNC, and that is what the PNM have you doing. And Tahaka have no shame to say that, oh, I love the people from Maruga, and I was just doing things to help them. How long, Tahaka, have you been doing things to help the people of Maruga? How long? You from Point 14, but you love the people of Maruga, right? To go and help them because he was distributing cash. We don't know how long before it was happening, but apparently, from the way they talk, it was leading up to the elections.
Yep.
Oh, because they know what, Professor, that Maruga was in trouble. They know that. And they wanted that Maruga seat back real bad. They did all kind of things to get it. And we heard you and your brother. And only coming to pretend now that it's not true. And you know the PNMites. Because now we are asking, and as your first caller said, where are the figures? This is the first time that we are not seeing figures coming out.
Yep.
It's the first time.
No numbers.
They're vexed now because we are asking, we always have a problem. Anytime the PNM is involved in anything, we will have a problem. We will have it. I don't care what they say. We want to see what Philip Alexander got compared to Zamiman. We want to see what Imbert and them the figures that people got and what
but Miss Santa Cruz,
we want to see
how come all them numbers from down there ain't come out? All them Port of Spain, them numbers ain't coming out.
None of the numbers ain't coming up. We want to see what Lennox did in Laventille.
Yep.
We want to see if Laventille people making a change. Why are we not getting those figures? You know, last night people were calling me and asking me, where are the figures, where are the figures? And all we were seeing, okay, this one won the seat, this one won the seat. We are not seeing figures coming through. Yeah, look up to it's very late last night. We heard we were not seeing figures that this man Wayne Sturge won. Then we heard Watts won, right? But before, I don't know if it's the media didn't want people to know that PNM was losing, right? And that's why they were not bringing the figures. But something was amiss, and we need to find out because we don't trust the EBC, we don't trust the PNM.
Yeah, boy.
And up to now, shouldn't Mrs. Basabi Sessa have been sworn in today, Professor, at 3 o'clock today?
Yeah,
with her Attorney General. Yeah. It's the day after. 24 hours after she was supposed to be sworn in. Why wasn't she sworn in today? And not a word, not a congratulation from the president.
Yeah, we could get rid of she. We can't get rid of she. We can't get rid of she.
I think she has to go out at use out the time.
Oh, use out the time.
And if I'm not mistaken, it might be this year. I think it's only 3 years. But we know definitely this year she ain't going nowhere. I mean, sorry, this year, if this year she has to go, she's going. But the icing on the cake was Rowley concession speech last night.
Oh God!
Did you hear what that man say? That he never chose Stuart Young?
Oh, Miss Santa Cruz. Miss Santa Cruz. 36 years ago, before I get married, my mother-in-law told me a liar has no memory. You understand? So that fella will lie 1 minute, and next minute,
the man is lying with a straight face.
You know,
man also said it on the platform, you know. A liar is a thief.
But you know, he reminds me of a gentleman who does be on this program here, but I'm not gonna call his name. Right?
No, don't call the name, so we know who it
is. I'm not into name calling. Yeah. But Miss Santa Cruz, if you call a name, I will clap. But I'm not calling any name.
I will clap. Or you can whistle, Gordon.
I ain't calling no names. Nobody could say I call it.
And you know, up to now, none of them is saying what Rowley said it was wrong. And everybody heard is Rowley anointed Stuart Young.
Yep.
But he threw him in the bamboo.
But
he literally threw Stuart Young in the bamboo.
But Miss Santa Cruz, they have a new picture up in the airport with the prime ministers. Stuart Young is from 2025.
Yeah.
You know, in the Guinness Book of Records, the shortest prime minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, March 17 to April 28, is the young Stuart fella. You know.
Yeah, and he going into the Ripley, believe it or not.
Oh God! Yeah.
Let me tell you something, he told too many lies. He told too many lies on that platform. And those are some of the things that the people nail the PNM to the cross for. You hear? That he told too many lies. But one of the things was while they was scrambling for laptops, Kamala and them was doing something wrong on the side. This time Kamala and them was trying to get laptops for her communities,
Correct.
But hear what he was lying about. And you know what is the hurtful part, Professor? PNMites actually believe
Oh God,
the
boy.
lies
That
that
is
was
sad
told.
thing. That is sad thing.
That is what is hurtful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Something is wrong. Anyway,
Thank
thanks
you.
again.
Thank you.
Thanks again for all your support, you and Uncle Tommy.
Thank
And
you.
have a good night.
Yeah,
Later.
man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Tommy,
you.
Tommy, let me see what Roger says the Rottweiler finally met the real pit bull in the form of Roger Alexander. Roger, Roger said the Rottweiler finally met the real pit bull in the form of Roger Alexander. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Mr. Tommy, you have the session speech that Rowley gave here and Soto.
Yeah. If I have it?
Play it. Yeah, if you have it.
I waste my time to call it.
The reason why I tell you to play it, you will find something strange. Both of them was quick to leave.
Yeah,
you don't think that's funny. You don't think that maybe Stuart Young lost the seat?
I'll go cut it and see. I'll go cut it.
Yeah, check it out because I find Rowley's a person he likes to talk.
Yeah.
And he have a lot to say, but last night he wasn't like that. Last night he just wanted to walk off that seat so quick.
Yeah.
Because I think they were hiding something.
Yeah.
So check it out.
All right, man. But folks,
yeah.
All right. I want you all to look at this picture. Think about this. Tommy, look at this picture. Who would you think from looking at this picture is the Prime Minister?
Rowley.
I mean, Tommy, I have to be honest with you. If I was the Prime Minister, let me remove that from there. If I was the Prime Minister, Brooklyn, we see a video with the bike. I don't put it up. We see a video with the bike. I don't put it up. Oh God, I mean an electric scooter, man. Oh God.
Yeah. Hey, UNC, there's not no bike. UNC, we riding heavy with heavy duty speakers and everything, and emergency flashing light. Was shit. Labor Day, Juve are coming out as super trini on that. And when you see the band and them on, Juve morning up here, they don't have no music truck, right? So you know go on when they see that scooter man pull up with the hard music playing. It's hundreds of people moving with me and Juve morning. What you tell Uncle Tommy? When I tell you, it's such an amazing feeling because I have been fighting this fight for years.
Correct.
Correct. And I was one of the people who, from night and day, until all my children, they know who's Uncle Tommy, they know Wall Street, they know they know Aisha Wells. When I reach home, they'll be like, call her live because I Aisha Wells. You understand? They know everybody, have you and TC. They know Felix. When I tell you, because I have been fighting for a change in Trinidad and Tobago. And, for me, even when Ranks Entertainment, and you come across, well, Uncle Tommy, the only reason why we put a seat for you on the yellow bus, because you play a part. You never put on a yellow jersey and tell him.
Nah, I never get him. I take responsibility for that.
You know what? We accept Uncle Tommy because he admitted to the wrong and the evil and wicked things that was taking place. He didn't stand by and keep quiet. So Uncle Tommy, you're part of the winning team. You're in the winning celebration. You're getting a VIP pass to the celebration for the party that we will have. But I want to say Wall Street.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you.
The only reason why, and by the way, Rock, let me hear what you have to say now, Rock. You is one of the people who tell me USC can't beat Oli at all. I want Rock to call in. Don't frighten Rock. Call in. I hope you have on a yellow jersey when you call. But Wall Street, I want to say something.
Yeah.
The PNM running from jail. The PNM is running from jail because the amount of corruption take place from HDC go right back to every government office. Corruption. They're running from jail. So what happened is, if the UNC end up with the amount of seats where they can just do, where they have all the power, because you know they have to have a certain amount of seats in order to, they don't need the PNM to pass laws and to change laws and to, you know, update the constitution. They don't need the PNM if they have majority in the house, right?
Correct.
So if they have something like 30-something seats, then they don't need the PNM. The PNM have no say. So the PNM will not allow that to happen. So the PNM, even though they lost, they still will try to thief, so they can still be there to play a part, so they can oppose certain bills to pass and make the laws better for us as Trinbagonians. So the PNM still want to be there so they can oppose a better Trinidad and Tobago. That is why we can't get the results we are looking for and the answers we are looking for right now, because they already know that they had their plan B to make certain things happen. Okay, the UNC win, let them go there with the 27, 28 seats, whatever it is. We must have a certain amount of seats so we could give them an opposition fight, so that when they try to bring laws to lock up they can't get them laws, bills to pass, because we go be in problems for the last 10 years with all the mismanaging and all this billions and billions of dollars that is missing, and all that was happening in the last 10 years. They can't do what they have to do to bring them to justice. But if the UNC should get 30-something seats where the PNM would not have a say in the house, heads going to rule. And that is where they're running from. They're running from jail. This is not a promising party when the PNM say, we go lock up them UNC. And 10 years pass, nobody lock up yet. But the UNC forget them, because the UNC want to start to make heads roll from it to the first year. From it to the first year as UNC running Trinidad and Tobago, we will see PNM people facing the courthouse for mismanaging taxpayers' money and doing what they want with Trinidad and Tobago, and all the little back deals they had with Venezuela, who was getting a little back money to make things happen. You will see Bacchanal in Trinidad. The thing now start, you know. We're celebrating our victory, but the thing now start. All right, well,
Bless.
You have a good night. Viewers and listeners, all the UNC supporters who has contributed, who has fight for better Trinidad, blessings, one love. We will make a change, and the change is here. This is just the beginning.
Bless. Blessed.
Bless.
Yeah,
you know, I really wish what he's saying is true.
About what?
That we would see some action being taken for mismanagement.
Yeah, we ought to believe it. Let me take this call. COP, welcome.
I see my friend from Mr. Saga is calling. Let's see what he's saying.
No, Tommy, I want here. Hold on. Hold him. COP, go ahead.
Call you live.
No, Tommy, I want here.
Hold on.
Good night, Wall Street. Good night, Tommy.
Good night.
I'm so happy since last night. Bill Kamala has won the election. You know, and I wish all the best in our journey to recover the country from where it is, to let people live a happy life. I know she's going to do it because she has a lot of love in her heart for people, and I know she's going to do it. And she's going to give everybody, but everything takes time. It takes time. You know? It will take time to recover. But I know she's going to do it. You know? And I wish her all the best of luck from myself and my family. You know? That she can carry through. And because she went through a lot with these people, especially Camel. Camel believed that she was the best. You know? But she's so stupid. She's so ignorant to the fact of everything that she got nobody. You see? So I wish Mr. Asad Cesar a long life from now on again, and to be successful in whatever she do. And that's it. Watch it. Thanks very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Pleasant night.
Let's take this voice note.
Good night, Mr. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Wall Street, to be honest, I had a 50-50.
You go get back to the voice note. It call interrupted. Mr. Point 14, welcome.
You know what, she pleasant good night.
Pleasant good night.
So you and your co-host Uncle Tommy, pleasant good night. What she talk coming
Thank you.
It's something I want to find out. Did you get a chance to reach out to any one of the UNC MPs tonight on your program?
Yeah. I reached out to Roger Alexander, and we were supposed to try to organize a time for him to come in. We did. That's the only one I reached out to.
So you reach out to them concerning the seats that the PNM win, but they didn't declare the numbers by how much they win by? Because this thing was disturbing me since last night when I was following up the results of this thing, you know. Because I was asking myself, how come I'm not seeing the results coming out from Lavantil and Point Fortin and Library and Diego Martin? And it's only today on TCN every program, them to notice that the PNM win areas that it wasn't giving you how much votes that they got and how much they win by.
But Point 14,
and this thing is this
think about this, right? We was running the feed from Balize House last night, and they was giving scores from the porters. They wasn't giving scores from the areas past Barataria, you know. They was giving Port of Spain, Diego Martin. They was giving scores, and I said, but wait now, how them giving scores, right? And the media ain't really getting no scores for them places, and nobody ain't getting scores for them places.
But that is what I'm trying to figure out, because the EBC saying today on the news that everything went perfectly well, which is a line now. Not the EBC, the CARICOM observers, my bad, the CARICOM observers.
But the ABC normally has already give out all the numbers already.
Right, but I say the CARICOM observers say everything went smooth. But this thing over here, where we get in one side of the story and the other side saying something wrong. So I was wondering if again contact with Anna Roberts or Rudolph Munina to find out exactly what Dave Tanku to find out what's going on with that. Because somebody has to be looking into this thing, because this thing smelling funny to the highest level. So I don't know if you have to reach out to somebody to find out exactly what's going on, because this thing, although yes, we know that the PNM lost, but we cannot give them no room to wiggle themselves out of that corner where they're in right now.
Philip Alexander would have been a good person to talk to.
I go see what I can get Philip.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah. Yeah. Screenshot and send it. Folks, oh God, listen. Tommy. All right, let me take this one. COP, you're inside.
Wall Street, good night to you. I was wondering I could time them calls on them, you know. I'm a professional in timing them calls on them, you know, Wall Street. Good night to you, Wall Street. Good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good night,
Uncle
good
Tommy
night.
face look right, man. Uncle Tommy face look happy. Yeah.
Good night, Kunji. I'm always happy.
For the 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But in mind, his thoughts and his deed was yellow as the code. I give him 10 out of 10 for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kunji.
Brooklyn, you can babagay Uncle Tommy what you want. Yellow is the code of Uncle Tommy. And good night to you, Brooklyn. And Brooklyn, yes, you did well. You did well. You fight. You fight. You struggle. You do your part. You do your part on social media, you know, especially on this program and TCN every program. You did your part, and I give you 10 out of 10 for that. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Wall Street, YouTube looking nice. YouTube looking real nice with almost 1,000 viewers. I want to applaud them 1,000 viewers and give me 1,200 now. Still have an hour again. Give me 1,200 now. And good night to you, Patricia Reid. I would like to hear Patricia Reid call this program and congratulate the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I feel that will sound good. I am bound to hear Gordon Gordon and them, they're bound to applaud nobody, but them never applaud anybody. And Caribbean Soul, I would like you to hear you now, and this program, applauding, nothing just text alone. You want to hear it coming from your mouth.
Nah. Wait, COP. I have to tell you the truth. Caribbean Soul is a 100% supporter of us.
I know that.
He's a real. I mean, we are real supporters, eh?
He's a real trooper.
And we are troopers.
I know Caribbean Soul.
Yeah.
I know that. I just go through all the chat on them. He's there from Foundation.
Yeah.
He over here when you used to have 2 and 3
viewers.
Yeah. Caribbean Soul over here. But it's time now for them to call. It's time
You
for
don't
them
send
to
voice
call,
note. You don't send voice
motivate.
note. You don't send voice note.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
Motivate the people and them, inspire the people and them who never call. Because there's 1,000 views we see there. 900 and about 13 now. 913 all listen. I'm telling 913 people. All can tell Trinidadians good night. Call and say good night. Self, be part of the program. The much young trend want to hear all their voice. You know what's sad again to Wall Street? You see the PNM supporters them and Digo Martin and Colin Booth areas and Camille Robinson areas and them. These people them vote for high property tax. Why these people and them didn't want a children's hospital in this country? Why these children why these people them do PNM supporters don't want children life on in this country? Why them do want senior citizen pension to go up? And many of them are senior citizens. Why all they don't want them thing? All they don't vote for the PNM. And the honorable Prime Minister says she's going to raise pension, she's going to raise public servant money and give them the 10%. All they now dependent on that money. Anytime all they get that money, PNM supporters, all they make it all their duty to turn all their back on the PNM. Turn all their back on the PNM. It's time for the People's National, after about 70 years of governance under the PNM, all the PNM constituency in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago live in squalor.
Yep.
Live in squalor. They need assistance. It's time for all to stop running down that food card and the URP work and CPEP work and having your own black brother, having a dependence zone. Because that is what they was doing. Having in a dependent zone. Time to turn away from them things. Turn away from that thinking. Do what all your grandchildren do. All your grandchildren in them constituency went and voted for the UNC. And if you watch the UNC that lost in Ariman, Digo Martin, and Keith Rowley area, them, watch the figure from 2020 and 2025, you will see how the UNC figures of them rise more. That is because the children, the young voters in those areas and them vote for the UNC. And the tribal thinkers, which is the senior citizens, stick with the PNM. Young boys and young girls talk to their mother and father again. Only have 5 years to talk to them and tell them stop that foolish way of thinking because you won't reach nowhere. Thank you, Wall Street.
Thank you. COP, you raised a very valid point there. What I normally just do is when the scores come in for all the 41 constituency, I match them up with last election. The same thing I did with the local election. And if it's one thing you can see, the numbers for the PNM, right, is the numbers are getting lower and lower and lower, right? So, for example, the PNM might get a 10% reduction, while the UNC might only get a 3 to 4% reduction. So the PNM is losing a lot of the base, but the UNC is maintaining most of their base. KFC, welcome. KFC inside.
Hi. Good afternoon, Mr. Washut.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to my brother Tunji. Mr. Washut, I want to tell Labre and point 14, congratulations. Because I'm PNM Stronghold.
PNM Stronghold, yep.
And They come out and vote out PNM.
Yep, they vote them out.
So until the PNM beat them and Lavantia, them still own on to PNM, boy.
Yeah.
Them love wickedness down there.
You think it easy?
Them gonna do on them. I see some old gigantic PNM when I pass through some Ben up and walk through to Manal. Have one PNM jersey and walk with sticker rock and everything. Going on for the PNM. But Mr. Washit,
Yeah.
you see that Washit program? Put it on library. You play it on this spot. You play East West Corridor and beat them and Silas and John. And Silas and them places, then they want nothing. Then they want to see a Palisade flag and sufferation.
Yeah. Correct is right. Yeah. Enemy, this is the first time we have seen you in here. The kind of language you're putting in the chat, we don't tolerate that kind of language. Eh? Apologize for that type of language, or you will no longer be accepted in this chat. We do not encourage that type of language in this chat. Okay? And we do not encourage those type of posts in this chat. Right? So you have an opportunity. Let me go on to the end there. The chat has gotten away from us. But that's all right. So, enemy, it's now, the last one is at 8:52. I expect you to put an apology for them type of thing you're posting, because we don't encourage that in here. We do not encourage that. Right? So, enemy, fix that for us. We're looking forward to an apology from you for those type of statements, and we do not tolerate those type of statements in this chat. We don't. Okay? We have all different people from all parties, and we keep it respectful. If it's one thing, we absolutely say we originate, we don't imitate. We absolutely mean that. And we're going to keep it just like that. So we're waiting for you to apologize. You understand? We're waiting for your apology. And if you don't get an apology by the top of the hour, it won't be bye-bye Rowley, it will be bye-bye enemy. Okay? Bye-bye enemy. We don't tolerate that. We do not tolerate that. So now, you're on the clock. You're on the clock, as they say. Yeah? We don't tolerate that. So it's now 8:53 p.m. Waiting for your apology. We keep you, but we ain't tolerating that at all. Let me see if there's any voice notes. Yeah, boy. Caribbean soul on the money. Caribbean soul, we see that, boy. What? Ah! Ah! Caribbean say, "Well, she has some lyrics, The Chumakaka girl, boy. The Chumakaka, only not Chumakaka girl, Yeah? Roger say, bye-bye enemy. Enemy will sound like, boy, good job, boy. You want no enemy around our life. Yeah? You have to grow. I wisdom, enemies lost. Tell enemy to rock, so. John Jeremy for AG. Gone Joseph, you didn't even send a voice note to the people. To the people, I don't want an individual voice. So send a voice note in the chat. Or put that thing in the chat. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Saying to the people that, yeah, Susan, it's love. No, we ain't here for Mr. Rima, Michael Oliver. Mr. Rima under she red blanket, drinking she Balize juice. And toiling. She toiling, boy. She toiling. Yeah? Tommy, did you hear we play the disclaimer after Anderson talk? Did you hear that?
Absolutely.
Maybe Gordon Joseph or Gordon Drygen, depends on what day it is. Didn't hear that. I wonder if you heard it. Yeah, boy.
If he listened, he would have heard.
Look. Yeah, Mr. X says, Mr. X, that the best comment you put since you've been here. Wall Street, I talked to Kamala. She said, tell her what building you want and you go get it. You know, Tommy, it's interesting, eh? Most of the UNC people, for the Laventille to Wall Street Empowerment Center, as opposed to the PNM people. Why is that? Why is that? Most of the UNC people for the Laventille to Wall Street Empowerment Center, and most of the PNM people will denigrate, right? You and I, with respect to the Laventille to Wall Street, like they go say, hey, Wall Street want a building for yourself. Why we have to game a building? Why you don't come home and buy a building? Or they see how much rent the government paying for our salary, which will go stop? How about that? Eh? How about that? Party, you and Gordon Dryden.
Shit and Mr. X. He didn't talk to you only for the last 9 years. Free black brothers to get the building.
Yeah. Nah, you talk to him.
You didn't talk to him. You call Rowley.
Nah, you call Rowley.
This is something wrong with them nasty, evil, wicked PNM and them. When you went to everybody wins, you go talk to the camera person, you're getting building. With black brothers and sisters in his first corridor.
KFC, again, Kamala Prasad Basessa had to come through, right, for the black population of Trinidad and Tobago. Just as she came through for David Mohammed, Dr. David Mohammed. I want to go and see the building now. A beautiful building. What a magnificent building. Kamala Prasad Basessa.
I think we put our building down, because them don't want to change down there. Them love separation. Then go back and go back on nasty, cool manner.
Yeah. Yep.
And people don't take a but we remember them down there by Mr. Washington. People don't wake up and see really going on with this nasty evil PNM who don't like black people. They see short term was crying last night, yeah, Rowley set them up.
Set them up to fail.
He got a couple of sweat.
He passed by the lavas and Rowley said, hey, young, go over there for a 30-second sweat. Mr. Intellectual, you have 2 minutes to the top of the hour. Go ahead.
It won't take long. Blessings again this evening, everybody.
Yeah, man.
You asked a question. Why does UNC supporters would support a Wall Street Laventille Foundation?
Yeah.
What is the difference between the PNM and the UNC when it comes to education?
Well, you know, that's a very good point. The statistics show that under the UNC, black kids do better in the SCA and many different tests than rather under the PNM.
All right, so it's a clear-cut case, right? That the UNC people see the value of education.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you have a program like the Wall Street Laventille Foundation,
yeah,
right, that help black youths come up to a certain standard and
correct,
have that kind of interaction and educational training.
Yeah.
Not just the academic side, but the other aspects of education.
Life skills as well. Life skills. You understand? Life skills. You understand? Right?
You don't,
Mr. Intellectual, you want to hold on? You want to hold on? We go for a quick break?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, hold on. Folks, we're going to go for a quick break. And just before we take the break, here Gordon Dryden. Where is that building? Where that building is? It's up in space. That's where the building is. It's up in space. Go call up, what is his name again, Tommy? The fellow who sent up SpaceX.
Musk.
Yeah, Gordon Dryden, call up Musk and ask him what the building is. He go tell you. Because it's up in Mars. You have to take SpaceX to go up there. Call him. He go tell you. Boy, all they don't like all yourself, boy. Or they don't like all yourself. Eh? And all they want to talk about the UNC don't like black people. Them don't like black people. The proof is in the pudding, eh? It's pudding or pudding? Pudding or pudding, Tommy?
Pudding.
Pudding. All right, the proof is in the pudding. Folks, stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
Mr. Intellectual, go ahead.
Well, thanks again for the accommodation, Professor.
Yeah.
How much schools are there at present that needed just a few things done that they could have been in operation?
I know two schools: Piccadilly Government School and St. Philip's. Two schools. One school in John and our next one right at the bottom of Lavantil Hill.
Tell me something. Why hasn't the PNM finished those schools and them so that the children in Lavantil area could have been educated in their own areas?
Because to renovate them school, that contract ain't big enough. That is too small. You understand? They want to go and build a new school. So the contract could be larger to give what they have to give that money. That is what I think. I could be wrong, but that is what I think.
Is it possible that educating black people would be a disadvantage to the party?
Yes. You're right. You're right.
Educated people make informed decisions, right?
Yeah.
And if you educate young black people to make informed decisions, have them think critically, have them understand what are the things that are beneficial for their future, you think that they would support a party who does things like this to their own kind?
Mr. Intellectual, that has hurt me every single day, And listen to this, Mr. Intellectual. I listened to a PNM activist called Boxhill, and she asking Kamala, we are looking for a raising pension. You understand? One day after the general election, she asking Mrs. Kamala Prasad Visesa, she waiting for she raise for she pension. 9 years, the PNM in power. You didn't say one thing. You had Novocaine in your gum, permanent Novocaine. Not one word from you. But one day after the election, you want to ask Kamala Prasad Visesa where the pension. And you know what? When UNC wins, everybody wins. Everybody go get the pension. Who deserve it? Think about it.
Think about this, Wall Street. If they were satisfied under the PNM, right, without getting a raise in the pension, why should they look forward for a pension now? For a raise in the pension, why should they look forward for a raise in the pension?
You see me? And here, I think all the union workers who was against the PSA and the OWTU and saying Mrs. Kamala Prasad said we go start at 10%. When they get offered 10%, Them should tell.
They shouldn't take none.
No, don't take it. Tell young Stewart.
That they want the 4%.
Yeah. Tell them.
Pay them the 4% and give the others the 10%.
Correct.
Because they don't want it.
Correct.
So who want the 4%? They give them the 4%.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And who waited for a better option? Give them the 10.
Correct. So all of them who want taken sitting down on the bench, all you look, like, you remember Roger, they said take your rig and go. all you take all them 5% and go. Oh, take your 5% and wind to the side. Yeah. But you know.
And they promise them if they give them that back pay, they could lose their work.
Correct is right.
So give them the 4%, right?
Yeah.
When they get it back pay, pay them.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do.
But you think them, you know.
It like so much abuse, right?
Boy, I was not going to say that. Them like so much sufferation, man. I don't understand that, Mr. Intellectual. Help me with that now, boy. I can't understand why my people like to suffer so much under the PNM, boy. I don't understand that.
Well, I'll tell you again, it's the plantocracy ideology, right? Master, we sick. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
It's pleasing your authority. They cannot think for themselves. Only when an opposing slave master, right, who they see as an opposing slave master coming to take over the master's farm, right?
Yeah.
They are going to riot.
Correct. Yeah.
Because they want their master. Right? They don't want nobody else to rule them but their master. That's the mentality that they have been taught. And they don't know better. So you can't blame them for the condition that they are in. But if you're educating them and they refuse the education, they prefer to eat hog food than proper food. You feed them that. That's the only way you keep them happy.
Thank you, Mr. Intellectual.
Yeah, have a blessed evening.
Yeah, man, bless. Dane Canson, Wall Street. How come the office of the President of Trinidad and Tobago hasn't sent out an official statement congratulating KPB? Is she waiting on instructions? That's a good question. You know? I ain't sure.
Is she independent?
Who's that? The president?
Mm.
Tell me, what kind of question is that?
She needs to be advised by somebody. PNM is no longer the government.
She has to be advised by the prime minister. We are no prime minister.
That's what I'm saying. So she's independent. She doesn't need to be.
So she could just send out. If once the EBC gets she could send it out.
That's it.
Okay. Financial Guru, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Just following up on yesterday, and I know I'm hearing about the concern about the results, but I'm looking at the preliminary results, and I'm seeing a scathing indictment against Dr. Rowley and Mr. Young's leadership. Because back in 2020, during the COVID, the turnout for the election was actually higher. But here's the main thing that people have to pull out of this. In 2020, PNM got a total of about 326,000 votes. The UNC got about 309. Now here in 2025, no COVID, we have a no state emergency. The PNM got 220,000 votes, Professor Wojcik and Uncle Tommy. That is a 32.5 or 33% drop in votes. That's to tell you how bad it is, how they've done.
But I want to leave with this. Two things I want to. It is very when Mr. Rowley, the political leader, because he's no longer Pierre Rowley, said he conceded. I felt like a pressing on my neck. It just came off because he has held this country down for so long. They've so much damage. They've done so much financial damage. Because we have, look how Trinidad has evolved. We went from having a prime minister who used to say he's the blackest man in Trinidad. He used to always say that.
Yep.
Then we went.
Hey, Mr. Financial Guru, hold up.
Go ahead.
When I used to be on the pastor with the internet search engine name program, and I say the prime minister says he's the blackest man, he could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what he used to tell me? Where you get that from? Every time you come, you only come.
Stand by.
You only come in here with this black thing. Yeah. I send him the video. Yeah, go ahead, caller. Go ahead, Financial Guru.
So here's the thing. Yeah. It is really maturity.
Yes, hold on. Stand by.
Between the Indo and the black. We went from a man who say black used to say that. A person who was of mixed ancestry, Indian and Chinese. But look at the beautiful thing. We have a prime minister who just happens to be a woman and just happens to be Indian. And we have a president, no longer be talking about race, but who is a president who's a woman, who happens to be East Indian. We don't care about race. We care about delivery. The last thing I want to leave you with is that tomorrow, if the PNM Council meets, I know the PNM should be in the doldrums for quite a while, but that 32.5% drop shows that the next person should be hopefully a woman. And let's hope and see it is another woman. Let the woman take over for a while. We have to hope that Mrs. Bisesa Prasad give her the support, give the team the support, because the UNC has to be very careful in managing the expectations. When she goes in there tomorrow as Prime Minister with her Attorney General, I am saying that there's a lot of damage and all the expectations she needs time. So the UNC, all I would say before I go is to manage the expectations of the population and be factual and do your forensic accounting and hold people accountable. Have a good night, everybody. 33% drop. That's a scathing indictment against you. And keep rolling.
Thank you.
Caller, you live. Go ahead. Caller.
Caller, you're live.
Yes, good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Since I came across this platform, I'm enjoying it.
Where you calling us from, caller? Where you calling us from?
Caller, where you calling from?
I calling from St. Augustine.
Okay, welcome.
St. Augustine.
Go ahead, make a contribution.
I would like to put in a 2 cents. With respect to education, Mrs. Bisesa said that for people she believe in people coming out of education, which is preparing from poverty, and education is the cure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right?
Caller,
and she keep mentioning that all the time. Also, with respect to the guy who knows Pope, we need to do a forensic analysis.
Turn on your laptop.
Off his laptop.
Turn on your laptop and talk on the phone.
Yes. We need to do a forensic analysis on all the things that the PNM has done with respect to contracts and all these different things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, because I was listening to Dr. Mulila today on a report that the health building at the bill, the government leaves these people this piece of land, and they had to borrow money the people had to borrow money to build back this, and the government had to pay them 20 million for 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Caller, you can't listen to your laptop. You have to talk and turn on your
You
laptop.
talk on the phone and not listen to the laptop.
So another thing, right? I believe that Mrs. Kusat.
So go ahead.
Okay. I understand. I don't have the laptop, but I'm speaking on the phone. Okay. All right. I understand. I will try to get this rectified.
Okay.
When I make a next call, but gentlemen, you are doing a great job, and I enjoy the program. Thank you very much for educating our people, and I would like to see if you can get that building up in Port of Spain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
caller.
a night.
Let's take these voice notes. Enemy, we know. We looking for your apology, Everybody want your apology. If we don't see well, enemy anyway. You know what? I even gonna waste my time with enemy. Enemy, you're gone. Bye, enemy. Hold up, caller, hold on. Hold on. Mr. Florida, welcome.
So, Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy, we talk about education, right?
Right.
When they come out with gate, right? Why you think Rowley shut down gate for and make it into a means test? Because he don't want to educate the people from the stronghold. But he don't understand that education, tertiary, and then they have education about life. Being outside there. And you see, the thing is, Trinidad is one country I could see that street smart is something everyone has. Well, 99% people have. And you see, the thing is, when Rowley tried to shut down all them gate programs and UTT and them, he was realizing that the country was getting educated. And that is the reason why he bring it into immune test and shut down all them programs. Because let me tell you something. Now with social media and programs like yours and others, the people are them getting it on the ground. Now, after you finish school and you come out in life to look for a job, and you actually see that the tribulations that do to get a simple retailing job, they understand that, hey, something not right. And this is why these young people who come out and voted in this election, they want back. They know Kamala will educate the children. Because having a future in any country, you must educate the children who are going to be the second generation of the country. And you see, the people realize Rowley was shutting down education. He was putting it on the back where it wasn't a priority. And now with this UNC government, we will see education being a front burner in everything that we do. Look on listening.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Let me hold on, I'm trying to find it. Anyway, I'll go find it. Enemy think we making joke. I'll go back and find it. Enemy ain't get no apology, so I have to look for it. Tommy, hold on, give me a minute. I have to go back and look for this thing here. All right, I'll go look for it. Let me see some voice notes here. Okay, let me play some voice notes. Hold on.
You know, they've called Stuart Young small print, and Robert just called him But according to what you just say, as he is the shortest prime minister to stay in office, and his name is being put up in as an embarrassment in the airport, where everybody gonna pass, watch, and laugh at him now. You gotta change his name to Short Pin, you know, right? So it could be Short Pin, the shortest prime minister to say the shortest time
Oh God.
as leader of this country. What an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Everybody going to pass and watch that and laugh at. I wouldn't want to be you, not Stuart Young boy. Everybody who come in this country could watch and laugh. Have a good day, Mr. Wash.
Yeah, Tommy, the man gets set up, boy. They set him up. Prime Minister Rowley set him up. The shortest stint in the history of prime ministers in Trinidad and Tobago.
I wonder if there's any in the world that have been shorter than that.
You know what? That's a good question. I'll go Google that when we come back. I'll Google that. Let me see that.
Wall Street, I saw Gordon Dryden on posting up on one of them live today, right? He's saying poor people being poor is a state of mind. I want to know why he was come out here and lie like that for. He claimed to be a man who know about God and reading Bible. If that is so, right? If that is so, Gordon Dryden, you're contradicting Jesus. Because Jesus tell everybody, tell the multitude when the lady comes to anoint him with the fragrance. He tell them, the disciples, he said, the poor you will have with you always, you wouldn't have me. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Gordon Dryden? All of them have a state of mind too. Poverty is a state of mind for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people will be poor in life. You understand? They're born like that and they will be poor. Not everybody gonna come out of poverty. So that's why Jesus say you will always have the poor with you. It's not a state of mind thing. Kind of shopping is contradicting yourself and lying again. I will always find you when you lies and all rotten right. And I will always.
Yeah, man. KFC, inside. KFC.
Yeah, Mr. Worship. Hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
I want to say congratulations to Anderson and have a man down here called Silvers. Parting the UNC flag with them 1,000 wicked, nasty PNM flag down there. Who let us smell shit water, they're complaining. I say, I asked them, I'm not trying to do out tonight. Hey, Heinz? Anderson ain't show me yet. Oh, Mr. Worship. I ain't lying. See you and Uncle Tommy. I'll do a very good job, you know.
Yeah, we try our best.
To wake up the public to see how nasty and evil PNM is to the own poor people.
Correct.
People especially.
Yep.
And Rowley come on a platform and say he's the blackest man.
Yeah.
You remember you call them to be going crab? So all them crab, all them 60,000 crab come out and vote them out.
Yeah, they vote them out.
All that big hairy crab and then blue crab, all kind of crab come out and vote out PNM.
Yeah.
But Tobago want to see PNM again. I hope sure that at Tobago wake up, you want to see PNM again. So long live your Honorable Colonel's ancestor, and you go take with time and build back this country for the children. Better future. Bless.
Correct is right.
Yes.
Tommy, and you know something, I want to say this. You see what we are talking, that's facts, right? We have to admit that if another person from the UNC was talking this stuff, you know what would I say about them, right, Tommy? What would I say? They're talking race. It's race. But a statistic that could never. I want Mr. X to answer this. And Mr. X, if you can't answer this, I changing your name to Mr. Y. Because you can't be X no more. You have to go to Y now. We have to know why your name is Mr. Y. That's what we have to know now. So, Mr. X, before you become Mr. Y, I want you to give me one socioeconomic statistic in the last 10 years under the PNM, where black people is at the top of the socio-economic ladder. Mr. X, one, eh? All I want is one. Forget about Patty can't give it to you. PNM Fox can't give it to you. Gordon Dryden Joseph cannot give it to you. Right? Altia cannot give it to you. Miss Arima cannot give it to you. So we depending on you now to save the day. Save the day, Mr. X, before your name change to Mr. Y. Right? You have about 36, 34 more minutes. You could try to even Google it to see if you can come up with something. Or call the pastor with the internet search engine name. Right? You see, Mr. X put a comment. Mr. X, give me one now. One. Right? We want one, one. All right, so folks, here is some information, right? So, with respect to, all right, let's take this call. Philip, welcome. How are you going?
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Washington Professor.
Good afternoon.
Uncle Tommy. How you good, man?
How you doing, sir?
Just enjoying the moment right now.
Yeah.
With the results.
Yeah, man.
You know, I want to thank you guys for all the efforts and time you have given, right, in support of the UNC.
Yeah, man.
One concern I have, right? You see this thing where you're down act for 1 day as prime minister, and then he gonna collect a salary.
Yep.
I think something should be done about that.
I agree.
Because I think that was a kind of what I should say, boy. I find it was an injustice to the country.
Yeah.
Knowing his age, one, secondly, you're sworn as prime minister for 1 day, and then you're going to collect your salary. I think if they can't do anything about it, I think they should change the constitution that you must be a prime minister for more than a certain time before you could actually get that salary and pension, right? Because that is a burden to this country, and it's something I think they should look into very seriously. Because if you understand how this took place, right? It took place as they knew that they was going to lose, or they had an idea that they lose, he's going to collect that money. You understand? Because already know he was going to go, right? So win or loss, he's going to collect that money. So I think they betray the country by doing that, and something should be done. I want to take up too much of your time. I want to thank you guys again for all the work you have done, right, to bring victory to the UNC, and you all have a blessed evening.
Thank you very much, man. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. Folks, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, Philip. Let me see if there's any other voice notes. All right, look, another voice note here. Hold on. Caller, welcome.
Hi, good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Gordon Bernard Maloney the first. Thanks for the opportunity. As I've done on other platforms, commend the UNC and its team for winning the election. They've got more seats than anybody else, and that is what indicates that they have won the election. I want to commend the people of Trinidad and Tobago, because there are so many places that when a party lose, there's all kind of commerce, even debt, burning down, all kind of different things. And election after election in Trinidad and Tobago. And I have not seen that. And I don't want to put in the word yet. So I want to commend the people. Yes, I had a little challenge when I went to do my civic right. But I passed that off as green, the person who was handling the line that I went in. And that brings me to this suggestion, that hopefully they could agree that there will be no such thing as a snap election, because that could interfere with the whole thing. Because remember, these people are not employed every month doing this kind of thing. Election basically is over 3 years in a lot of cases. So then you have to pull in people and you have to train them and what. And I believe that if an election has to be called, there should be some kind of limit in terms of not less than, like 2 months in advance or 3 months in advance to give the people, not so much they care about the opponents and other parties, but in terms of the people who are supposed to be doing the work, that they will get enough time to be trained, because the woman trying not to embarrass the girl in front of me. She trying because she realized the girl doing stupidness. You understand? Tell me to go over, so when I go over, so now they send me back. So and I don't want to talk about that because that is small. All right? Also, I am very concerned about how we start, if I could call it, this new era. Because we were told that when UNC win, everybody wins. And the kind of gloating and the kind of thing that I'm seeing there, I am wondering next month, next year, what might happen if this swings so, if that twists so, if that falls through so, which some things will happen because no government is perfect. None. There has never been, nor will there ever be. Why? Because it is normal human beings. Normal human beings, which entitled to make mistakes, which entitled sometimes to be misled. I'm advised. And sometimes the advice was wrong, was very stupid. You understand? So that is what could happen. And last but not least, people must be real. There are some persons out there, no doubt, they're organizing their back because they feel it's my time now. And the other guy is, I am hoping that the people with the mic will even more than before encourage people to get a trade, get a skill, go to school, learn something, get something behind your name. Because listen, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the night, this is what could help you so that you would not be in a position where you are so dependent on government that you're causing one in order for the other one to
Caller,
pick you up.
could I ask you a question? Caller, could I ask you a question?
Sure. Once you're prepared for the answer.
Faris Al-Wari, who is he dependent on, his family dependent on for the buildings that he owns in order to get rental money?
All right. Let's start off from the bottom. Faris Al-Wari, as far as I'm aware, is a lawyer. He came from a family.
Caller, please, caller, I ask you a simple question.
And I'm giving you a simple answer. Don't know if you could understand it. I'm giving you a simple answer. He come from a family with business that had properties, and he never put no gun at anybody's head and said that you have to rent this building. All governments rent building. Patrick Manning, deceased, is the one who tried to see how we could get away from some of that by building a setup building all over the place so that government will move away from all this setup rental, and have their own office. And of course, he get licks for that. He cannot be placed. He get real licks for that. He get real licks for that because of the we versus them. Hoping that this time around, it will be less of that. Hoping that this time around...
Caller, let me ask a quick question before you go. Why do you want poor people to wean themselves off the government, but you don't want the rich to wean themselves off the government?
People, you say, people.
No, I said poor people. I said poor people.
Well, I'm taking out the poor. I am saying people. Because if a man have all these millions and all these properties, and he's still getting contract to build government houses and something else, I have a problem with that. Mr. Manning started to use small people to do contract and all kind of thing, and I applaud that, and I hope that I will see more of that.
Okay.
I will see more of that.
Thank you so much.
People getting pension and all kind of things because they're entitled to that. They're entitled to that. But let's think in our head. Is it the best thing? I have a set of millions. I have a set of property that I still go in and get $10,000 or $5,000 from the government. And when it have people out there who entire straight,
God.
Is that
Caller? All right.
The economy, I have all these millions. I have buildings, rent out and all kind of things. And I still getting pension and still getting NIS and then because like as if, okay, I'm entitled to that. But oh gosh, there are people out there who this could go more than a long way.
Thank you, caller.
More than a long way.
Thank you. Thank you. Tommy, you know, there's a saying that goes, it's better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you're a fool than to open it and confirm it. I asked the man a simple question. A simple question. He run wrong Balize house. He put on his Balize tutu. He put on his red socks. He put on his red sunglasses, his red contact lenses, right? He even drink some red juice and he tongue red while he's talking. Lord have his mercy. Oh, God.
Because I never hear so much that kind of volunteer, you know, like, but Mr. Hansen,
yeah,
right? So I come to God Nova, right? I'm gonna baptize him.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm looking for a name for him, right? So I'm gonna start to call him Gordon. Critinius. So everybody that is his middle name of Critinius.
Oh God. I feel sorry for him.
Huh? Was that Mr. Hansen?
No, I just feel sorry for him. Because when you answer my question and he can't answer it, so he run around Balize house, then you walk wrong backwards. You understand? And he cannot answer a straight question. The last question before we ask him a question. Let me take this call again. I call from Trinidad. Let me take this call, Mr. Right, yeah, man. Yeah. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Why that gentleman figure that you stupid? That man figure you're stupid or what? And you think you can run rings around here or what?
Oh,
God. Spinning like a blue fly around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A blue fly around F beach. You really figure you're stupid or what?
Why? Saw you film. I saw you film. Turn on your computer.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, man. Yeah. Tommy. Oh God. I just feel sorry for him. KFC, welcome.
Mr. Washit, Gordon Joseph. I feel forced to come with the man forced to come and you go in man. You get all them money pay them buyers, but you want to have a battle them woman instead of pizza and them woman then. Is there not the difference in the poor?
Oh God. You know.
There's something wrong with them.
But something other KFC. Sometimes I feel that he just go up on a different planet. He went up in SpaceX, and when he went up there, something happened to his brain. And when he come back, he just who sing that song? I can see clearly now. Who sing Brava Shaishan? Tommy?
No.
Yeah. He is like, I cannot see clearly now. Because I mean, simple question you know and can't answer, And you know what it is, KFC? You see, when he used to go, well, he didn't used to go on the Mugabe station, but when he go on them station, them and go ask them type of question,
No, we type as a racial comment on the Mugabe station, and he watching the post. But Mr. Washington, as they get popular, they get something, you like a handout.
Yeah.
You like this.
Correct.
And first, I reached Chong and them.
Millions.
Third year singing them. I want to know community parties who look like me and you, and I'm in multi-millionaires in the PNM.
Yeah.
Something wrong with them black people and them. God Joseph, don't call back here. Go by the Obi, man, take her back. Then beat to them, cook every man them.
Yeah. Dean can't say this man could deflect. More deflection. Gordon spinning like a hen on the egg. Johnny Nash. Gordon is reverse Johnny Nash. No, seriously. Right? When you talk to PNM people and you say anything poor or black, them don't want to hear that, the pastor with the internet search engine name, he was like, well, every time you call here, you only talking about this black thing. And I'm like, wait, who are you? Who are you? You black? No, I'm African. All right. You're African. So the prime minister, former prime minister, had 26% of all you living below the poverty line. What about that? Oh, yes. Anyway, caller, welcome. Caller, where you calling us from? Welcome.
Welcome. Good night from Trinidad.
What's your name, caller?
Maraj.
Maraj, welcome.
Yes, welcome. First time caller too.
First time.
You know,
welcome.
it was Keith Rowley who said he had no problem with the gap between the poor and the rich, you know.
Yeah.
He had no intentions of fixing that at all during his 10-year term. You know, the caller who called before, like I said, I'm a first time caller, but I've been following the program for a few days now. And the caller who called before there, the guy that we trying to find a name for at this time.
Yeah.
It is clear that he's completely in love with the PNM.
Yes.
And the way in which the PNM operates. And it is also clear that he's very unhappy with the election results.
Yeah, he's very unhappy.
That has bothered him so much that he had to call to speak about things that are not really relevant.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is that in Trinidad this morning when I woke up, there was a different feeling in Trinidad, not just South Trinidad, all across the country. People called me, and there was a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Being inhaled by the people of Trinidad and Tobago. There is something happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Something that we waited for more than 10 years, really, you know. But before the 2010 period, that whole period, and then after the 2015 to now, we as the people who have been living here, we have been waiting on something. And we know that it's a difficult task to run the country, to be in government. But I believe this new government would be doing the things that we want. It would be difficult, but things will change. And we are the people who have to support. And programs like these are very, very important and crucial.
Yeah.
Without this program, a lot of people will not be informed of a lot of truth. Because we hear news from all over the place, but this is more important than the news. And it's one of the programs where I've noticed for the short time that I've been listening, people are able to voice their opinions. People are able to spend a little time on the call, and they are not just run off a call, and you feel like you're like we're bothering the host, you know?
Yeah.
The host.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing a really, really wonderful job. And I want to commend you, and I'm going to keeping on with this program so that I can be re-energized, reinvigorated. Anytime I feel a little down, I'll be up again, knowing that the task is at hand, and we are going to accomplish the things that the new government, the great government, the greatest government. You know, it may sound as though I'm biased, but I am not, you know. Everything I'm saying here is factual. So, blessings, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
And thank you very much. I had sent a voice note earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have to play that anymore now that I have called it.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and folks, let me say something. What the gentleman saying is absolutely correct. Because we say we originate, we don't imitate. We let people talk. People want to talk
themselves.
And it is not easy for a person to say something in 2-3 minutes. Some people, we wish they could just talk for 1 second. Let me be honest. Some people, when they call Tommy, we really only want to listen to them for 1 second. Right? But the same balance we give to them, we give to other people.
We have to afford it all.
And you know what make it worse, Tommy? That same person go call and complain, oh God, they don't play my voice notes. He will send 60 voice notes and you will play 55. And the 5 year in play, hey, look at them, they want to play with voice note. Right? That is the PNM. You understand? When you're not a PNM, you cannot please them, you know. But the PNM ain't pleasing them, and they have not one word, nothing bad to say about the PNM. As a matter of fact, the PNM are abusing them. Right? All kind of abuse, you know. Mental abuse, right? Physical abuse. Yeah, physical abuse. Physical abuse. All kind of abuse. Emotional abuse. All kind of abuse. But they like it so. They're free. They love it so. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Florida, 2 seconds. So then we could only take for 2 seconds. Seriously. Yeah? As soon as they call, 2 seconds. That is it. Let's go to the voice note. Hold on. All right, who's that? Okay, so the voter count here says United National Congress 334,874. Nah. Caribbean, so you sure this right, boy? Oh, good. Tommy, this is the first time I've seen this, you know. United National Congress, 334,874 votes. The People's National Movement, 220,160 votes. Congress of the People, 6,481. Tobago's People Party, 13,857. Progressive Empowerment Party, 9,379. The NTA, 5,932. Patriotic Front, 21,010. Progressive Democratic Patriots, the PDP, 1,443. And the All People's Party, or the APP, 718. Rejected ballots, 1,908. So listen now. All you, listen now. In Trinidad, not Tobago, let me take out the Tobago's People's Party, take out the Progressive Democratic Patriots, and I want to believe that in the 220,000 votes for the People's National Movement is the vote of Tobago. Tommy, this is shocking. You know who comes second to last? Hey, Tommy, in Trinidad?
Second to last?
Yeah, second to last. All People's Party last. Who comes second to last?
Gary Griffin?
Yeah, boy. NTA. 5,932 votes. That is a song rejection, boy. Tommy, the Patriotic Front get 21,000 votes.
Yeah.
So, by all means now, the Patriotic Front is the third force. Yeah?
She can build.
What? A shock. National Transformation Alliance get 5,932 votes. So, folks, those are the numbers. The UNC won by over 100,000 votes. Over 100,000. That is a whooping, boy. Yeah. Yeah.
So you mean Gary gets so much licks, the cock beat him, Ted beat him, and the Patriotic Front, well, them come like dark horse, them end up in third spot.
Them end up in third spot, yeah.
What? They ain't easy, boy. And that is a party you have to keep your eye on, because I feel like that party will grow. Due to the fact that I Pandey daughter and she can run a clean campaign, eh? No backbiting, no sort of, conflict coming from she at all. She run a clean campaign. But you were calling the figures there, and over 102,000 PNM supporters stay away. They decided not to show up at the polls yesterday, because I was here among the people in the last election. There was 322,000 PNM voters that come out there, and the amount that they had for the UNC there, it was just about 20,000 more people that vote for the UNC in this election. So while it might be that the UNC base come out, they only gain support from a few people in the country that more than put them there. And PNM supporters decide to no show and vote
vote at home by staying home to protest against young prime ministership affairs and rowdy handling of the country. So that is what you see with PNM. When they're dissatisfied, they would not go and vote for no party. They would just stay home and don't vote for nobody at all. And that is what I see happening there. But I'm glad to see the Patriotic Front pick up some people. So it could be that they get some of the people from the PNM who were dissatisfied and some other people who didn't want to vote for no other party, but to give Makeda a chance. So they will see the 20,000 people go on. How about that, Mr. Washington?
Yeah, man. Bless. So, I'm trying to check something here, folks. I get a, so folks, we just try to multitask when we on air here. So we could bring you guys accurate information. Let me go to the voice notes in the meanwhile. Let me take some voice notes. Let's have something to say to me. Let me go to the voice notes. Hold on. Hold on, All right.
Good evening, Professor and Uncle Tommy and everybody out here. You know, you keep hearing these PNMites talking about Kamala shut down the youth camps. Can you explain that, Professor? To the best of my knowledge, didn't Kamala under together with the Minister of Tertiary Education at the time, Fazna Karim, opened up the welding school, the drilling school, the aviation school, right? And I remembered every week, at least once a week, he used to come on the wrong report and begging the youths and them to come off the street, come off the corners, and come and register, come and join. Right? How many of them took up that initiative, but all they come into boast about Kamala shut down the youth camps? I don't think Kamala would have done that. Even if she did that, she would have opened up something for these children. Because we all know she would never leave the children to wander the streets like that. Right? So I don't know what nonsense it is they just be talking about. And even you remembered when under her tenure, when she they opened up these programs that anybody who can do plumbing, welding, whatever, to come and get certified for better paying jobs. How is that leaving people on the streets? Did the PNM ever do anything like that for our citizens? Look at the nursing school in El Dorado. That too, Mrs. Pasabi says open up and they shut it down. PNM don't like progress. They want to keep everybody in bondage. Right? That is what they like to do. And this nonsense that Mr. X on the chat you're talking about, PNM just teach people to fish. But US got to give them feed them a fish for they to depend on them. Since when? Since when?
Mr. Y.
PNM like people depending on them. They're shell nuts. So they will keep them in bondage to vote for them. That's the reality, Mr. X. Thanks a lot, Professor. Take care.
Mr. Y, you ain't answer the question yet we asking. We still waiting. All the folk don't worry. Enemy gone and sit down on the bench. Mr. Y, you ain't give me the answer yet. It's been half an hour now. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing quotes and send your closing voice note. Mr. Y, you ain't even answer the question yet. Give us one socioeconomic statistic where in the last 10 years, Black people are the top of the socioeconomic ladder. Let me make it easier for you. They'd have to be just in the top three. Top three. I'll make it easier for you. Let me go to the voice note.
Good night, Professor and Uncle Tommy. Oh, God, Gordon. You just sound like a real good Friday rara. You going to tell me where a Forest navel string was buried before you get to the point? So just recently, 4 days before the elections, Forest signed a new lease with the government to rent a new building in San Fernando for national insurance. That makes it right. That makes it right. Collecting millions in rent for his father-in-law, and his family. You're going back to when Patrick Manning built the building and he gets flack for it. He didn't know he gets flack from the amount of money Manning was spending. He didn't build a school, but he went to build this government campus and put us in debt from Wells Fargo and everybody. And his partnership government had to come in and finish it. He said that they were not going to rent any more buildings from private people. Yet still, after Rowley came in and he opened that government campus, they went and they rent Farris building at 3 Alexandra Place. Come on, Gordon. Why you like to twist up yourself like a pretzel? So everything is a problem with you.
Oh God.
Sometimes I just have to wonder.
Oh God.
Good night again, Professor. You remember the Patriotic Front contested 41 seats, whereas Gary only contested 16. But did they show you? I don't know if I missed it. How much Pep got? And you know you must have called it, but probably got sidetracked or something. But that's why she got some more than Gary.
Yeah, they show us how much Pep get. Hold on, let me go back and see if I get that one. Where I get that one from? Pep get 9,000, I think 9,000 and something. Okay. Okay, somebody send that for me. Bro. You will send that for me. Okay, where did I do with that? All right. I'm gonna send it for you, Miss Santa Cruz. Somebody sent it for me. Who sent it for me again? Was it here? Who sent that for me, boy? Folks, one other thing before we go, right? We had talked about the prime ministers, so there is different. So the record for the shortest tenure as prime minister is held by Luis Carrero Blanco of Spain, who served just 3 days, December 10th to the 13th, 1973, before being assassinated by the Basque separatist group ETA. However, we consider official and confirmed prime ministers, excluding interim or acting leaders. Some other extremely short tenures include Joseph Goebbels from Germany, 1945, officially chancellor for 1 day, April 30 to May 1st, 1945, before committing suicide. William Henry Harrison, USA, 1841, though not a PM, he had the shortest presidential term, 32 days before dying of illness. Abdallah Kabu from Chad, 2021, served for just 2 days, April 15 to the 17th, 2021, before being replaced. Tristan de Cunha, UK Overseas Territory, 1985, 1 day acting PM due to ceremonial switch. And we have some others too as well. Let me give you guys this real quick here. We also have Isubio Guilhermini Monjan of Mozambique, who reportedly served only 1 day. Liz Truss of the United Kingdom is the most famous of recent example. She officially served 49 days as Prime Minister in 2022 before resigning. Right, so there are some other days. Frankfurt of Australia, 7 days. Louis Andre Teixeira of Quebec, Canada, about 3 days. Ingvar Carlsson, Sweden, resigned for a few days in 1990 before being reappointed. So even though
Young
served for 45 days, he served for a long time. But he have a record in the Caribbean. All right, let me see what Roger say. Since for the past 10 years, and we're going for the break after this, Rowley blaming Kamala for everything. This time, she could take the blame. Is Rowley fault? Is Kamala fault? Rowley lose the election. Wall Street permit me to say this. A really good friend of mine, PNM to his heart, the man told me he'd rather save his PNM pride by not voting at all than to vote for the other side. Payday daughter, she need experience and a track record before she can attain Pandey daughter, attain prime minister status. I don't think so. She had joined the UNC under Auntie K and grow with the party and take back her father's legacy. To me, if you don't have a track record, you don't have a chance. Told somebody that today. That's Rajesh. On the Okay, let's take that break, folks. And when we come back, we're gonna wrap up. Put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing quotes, and send your closing voice notes. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-144, 1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And as Wall Street says, share the live, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Bitcoin, welcome.
I bet, Mr. Professor Wall Street, I bet when they interview Gary, and they ask him, why did he party come last? You know what he could say? He could say, that's not true, you know.
Yeah.
Technically, looking like my party come last.
Yeah.
But if you take away the amount of votes that the PEP and also the COP get, right? Because they were influenced by the UNC, right? If you take away the UNC support from them, you would see that they would have fallen lower than me. And you would have a point, you know, because remember, when those two groups went up in respective areas, the UNC support was behind them, so that which means all support from UNC voters went to both PEP and COP, right? So that I bet if they ask that question, that he will come with, because he hate to be last, you know. You hate to be last. I mean, he really is second to last, because that lady, the APP lady, but I wouldn't really count she in for anything because she more circus, right? But he's second in the pecking for circus leader, because if you look at him, he was really a clown too, eh? and leave a statement on one of the NTA sites, you know, and I tell him, I say, when you see a lose the election, Gary, give your wife the opportunity to run this party now, because Nicole is a better stateswoman than he is.
Yeah.
He like to do too much of backbiting. He's a thin-skinned man, and he's attack anybody that have an observation or a comment against him. That's the kind of person. He's a thin-skinned man. Have a good night, Uncle.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Kamala gets White House nod. U.S. Secretary of State backs new TNT PM. Rubio calls her a strong leader. Newly elected Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Pasesa has received high praise from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who called her a strong leader and a friend to the U.S. He says she shares the U.S. President's priorities on security and immigration, and the U.S. is ready to work closely with her for the future of TNT and the Caribbean. Look at that already.
Wow.
Look at that already. Will they think it easy? Right? Listen. Oh, Miss Santa Cruz. The PEP get 9,379. Gary get 5,932. And even if you put Gary and the All People's Party together, they're still in making a dent. Right? So when we look at these numbers here, in Trinidad, the PEP came third. UNC first, People's National Movement second, Patriotic Front third, and then we have PEP with 9,379 votes. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. You know, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always say thanks to all of you for joining us. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And as we always say, let me play this for you all before we go. This is from Caribbean Soul. Take a listen.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you guys my closing quote before we go. And of course, folks, there is much that we like to share with you, but you know it is sometime.
Today is Tuesday.
You know, school tomorrow.
Good morning, Lord. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, and I come before you with an open heart and a soul thirsty for your presence. May your light guide my steps today and your voice lead my decisions. Renew, Lord, my strength and my dreams. Heal the wounds that time has not erased. Strengthen the hopes that life sometimes tries to dim. Amid battles and uncertainties, hold my hand, Lord. Do not let me be lost in the storms, but teach me to trust in your timing, to rest in your arms, and to believe that every battle has a purpose, every tear has meaning, and every new dawn is a promise of your faithfulness. May I see the invisible today, believe in the impossible, and keep walking even when the winds are against me, for I know you are with me. Thank you for this day, for life, and for every opportunity to start again. In your name, I move forward, confident and in peace. Amen.
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
My first quote is from Willie Nelson. And it says, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start to have positive results. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you will start having positive results. Like I always say, you the man in the mirror. You have to become that change that you want to see. However, if you look at that mirror and don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you give them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you on Thursday, God willing. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, let's do some closing voice notes now.
Professor Roderick, I see like the stage in a part of school to take over the leadership of the PNM there. Because all the time I didn't see in Jennifer Primer's party, whatever she named, saying anything. But she all in she glee tonight. You will be shocked to see it's from one how she getting it. I will swear that the PNM in the election the way she getting on. Because she come in and say now it's time for a woman to take over the leadership of the PNM. And she has three candidates, Dolly, Penelope, and the AG lady. Right? So I want to know which one I go pick. I feel a little hard to take a chance with Dolly or Penelope, you know, because I can't see them putting that AG lady. She's on entity. So they're trying to run up at the school now because they ain't going to watch you young there at all. And he damn well know that he's not getting no support because Rowdy ain't to help him no more. Right? And it's 13 of them now. It's not 9-11 again. So I guess out of the 13, what you say, he cook. Because I think the majority there will support African woman rather than he. So look one of them woman. Is it up Penelope go take it over or Dolly on Wednesday they go sway in that person as opposition leader. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Good night. I seem to have a voicemail here. Let me see what it is.
Huh? What's that?
There's a voice. I have a voicemail.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Congratulations, gentlemen. I must say this election campaign was born on social media, so you guys doing your stuff there in New Jersey and all these other guys who have the social media platforms on TikTok and so forth, they did it. They spoke to the people. So I must thank you guys for educating the population, most importantly. And the PNM was whitewashed. So, this is something we will have to celebrate, man. So, this is a silent listener here, always listen to you guys. Keep up the good work and keep on pressing. Yeah? Respect.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, let me play this voice.
All right, I hope the reception is good enough on the ship here, so I hope it's good enough. It is very unfortunate. I mean, I anticipated that come the 29th, the narrative will be a little different because, the thing gone, and now it's about as merchants say, which should be the theme song for everybody.
Yeah, KFC.
Hi, good night, Mr. Wash. What a good program. Mr. Wash it.
Yeah.
When they have it now, when the PNM call election, it's a campaign thing now. So a nasty old PNM come here, tell me, you ain't going in there, you are in this class. Nah, you going there. Jump up and say, you have to be thankful for the PNM give you a house. I say, we nasty old wicked PNM. PNM never give me a house. I don't pay for the house. They give me a house, I don't be loyal to the PNM. That was vote them out.
Vote them out.
Nasty PNM. Take Rowley.
And vote them out.
Take Mr. Washit.
Bye-bye,
vote them
Rowley.
out.
Yeah, bye-bye, Rowley.
Bye-bye. Gordon Joseph, have a good night now. Go by the boy Foster comments. You get a bush back and between them cook your man. Remember cook your man never got.
Yeah. Foster Goins, boy. Foster Goins.
Bill. Let's build. All right, we fight with this, with that. We felt mud, we lie and all kind of thing. We take out that context and think what people say and think, but oh gosh, couldn't that be a goner, boy? Not the green one with the comb on the back, eh? Could that have its season? Couldn't that be something in the past and now we could, focus on, all right, what is wrong with asking people to win off the government? It has some people who get anything from the government shouldn't be getting at all. And that's why some of them right now before the court, sorry. Right? Nothing is wrong with that. If I could get myself in such a position where now the government could say, all right, good. That is one less we have to deal with. Look at that tree across there now. Let me see if we could deal with one of them. Let me see if we could deal with 1.5. Let me see if we could deal with 2. It have people filthy rich and well off and still getting things from the government, whether it's contract, whatever it is. You understand? But you only want to deal with poor because poor, it's related to black. Oh gosh, why you hate black so, boy? Why you hate black so, boy? Oh God, boy. So you want to tell me, boy, that we going around the same thing over and over? And then we voting them out and then vote back PNM and we do the same thing over and over? Oh God, check all yourself before you wreck all yourself now, boy. Gosh, man. Anyhow, that ain't gonna change God's love.
So me, he dyslexic.
Something wrong.
Something wrong. Not wrong. Wrong. Something wrong. He has to be dyslexic. He said. Anyway, folks, let me play these voice notes quickly, so we could get out of here.
So, Mr. Hansen, we are telling me the Guy Griffith party was on the ground since the local election. So they've been out on the ground. And Panday daughter party only come out for this general election and get more votes than NTA. My word.
Yep, you think it's easy? Gary get beat so bad, eh? You know? Yeah, cognitive dissonance. You're right, Dane Khan. That's exactly what it is. Cognitive dissonance. Yeah. You're describing it fully 100%. Last voice.
Mr. Wall Street, you see we just read up from Marco Rubio there? When Young became prime minister, they send any kind of
Nah.
weapons for him there?
No. All right, hold on. Hold on, eh? Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Florida. Quickly. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I believe last year when Joseph went on vacation in Las Vegas, so he has a doctor and they do experiment on it.
Oh God.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, something wrong with that fella.
You have to go up in quite in Jamaica to get it. I can tell you the Trump administration didn't want no PNM running this country.
Nah.
They're more like the UNC because UNC closer to them, and this PNM because of what they were doing with Maduro. So it's a good thing that this PNM go out of office and this UNC take whole the country affairs now. So America and Trinidad will have a better relationship than they will have with the PNM organization who was there before. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Thank you. Yeah. Also, Semantic 62, you're right. President Modi from India also sent a congratulative message to the Prime Minister. Yeah, you know, Curfew still you're right, but you have to start taking closing comments at 9:30. The channel growing more contributions. No
True.
joke, but you know what I mean, listener. I know how it is, but we're here to please the people, and we'll try our best to continue to please them. And you know, there are times that you can't please everybody, but we'll try our best. James Howlett say, "Your love makes me strong. Your hate makes me unstoppable." Yeah. Bertram Joshua says, "One thing I could say, my prime minister was elected, but Stuart Young was appointed by one man." Correct is right.
Right.
Yeah. Let me get some other closing comments here.
I hope that we get some fixed election dates.
Yeah, I hope so too. So, Bertram Joshua said, "Good night, everyone. I'd like to thank Rowley and Stuart for freeing us from bondage." James Howlett says, "Excuses makes today easier, but tomorrow harder." Semantic 62 closing comments. "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." James Howlett said, "If you are a friend to everyone, you are an enemy to yourself." Caribbean Soul says, "Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self was another. A message to the people who didn't exercise their democratic rights yesterday. You let others free you instead." Yeah, I wonder if Shambles vote. Because Shambles say he doesn't vote, you know. Shambles say he don't vote. I wonder when Patty go park closing comment, boy. Patty, one day put our closing code for winner. Ninja Girl says, "Blessed everyone, blessed night everyone, great program, be safe, always love your program, informative as usual, blessed." Transcessor say, "Gordon is a great comic relief. You're being generous." All right, folks, we out of here. We're going to go out with our theme song, right? That all of us are very, very, many of us, many of us. The majority of people in Trinidad and Tobago is very happy, and they're singing this song all over Trinidad and Tobago. They're singing this song, man. They're singing it. They want to sing it and sing it. We out of here. Bye-bye.
No more red, no more rain, no more red, no more rain, no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye, bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We Tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more red. 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 No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.